sir. Top of the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the afternoon. The Lord's Day. What's going on? I'm a little tired. A lot going on. Gotta catch a flight later. So a little bit of a abbreviated show for us. But we gotta talk to the people. We gotta see what's going on. How my mic levels decided. What's going on out here? What's going on in the realm? Talk to me. Hustle, what's up? Tenant, what's going on? Gerald Mack, what's up? Corey Mosley, what's going on? I see you, OG. Pop Knob. Pop Knob. What up? Thomas Bilotti, what's going on? Live Supremacy, what's up? This Pain, boy, these guys in the house, what's going on? That's my dude. We got to get that Naraka Blade Point going on, Pain. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Lord Metroid, holding it down. Switch Gang in the building. Sith Lord, what's up? What's going on? Pop Knob. I'm going to say it anyway. No doubt. Yeah. So, this could be a fun one. Like I said, just the Lords with my brethren. Everybody kind of piling late. King's up late. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sith Lord. Okay, oh, you got the... All right, but here's the thing, see? You Sith Lord, you did that, but you see what's tagged in the top of the chat. Did you get the ILP one? You know what I'm saying? The exclusive with the 15% off. We're running the promotion. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to get that one. I hope that's the one you got. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was telling people, just chill, just wait. Because we're just finalizing everything. The page is up. You go check that out. You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about it a little bit. And what's up? What page said? He got to develop it coming to the post office. Oh, that's what's up. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about that. No doubt. King playing Sideways Skyward, so nah, he was watching. He was doing the boxing thing. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. I believe he fought last night. You know what I'm saying? Got a little 1 round stretch. It is what it is. Hustle, thank you for the audio check. Appreciate you, brother. You already know. But yeah, man, it's gonna be. Oh, you playing? I said, okay. Super duper, man. Okay. I see what you're playing. Yeah, we're gonna get the rest of the Lords up in here and wake some people up. And yeah, it should be a fun one. We got some things to talk about. We made a last minute audible on the field. Attic want to talk about the Bayonetta situation. So Metro, you might want to stay tuned for that. And yeah, looking forward to it. So I'm gonna see y'all in a minute. Dallas about to give us some bars. Oh, Payne said it's about some. Okay, all right, we'll talk. Say less. But all right, y'all, we're gonna be back. I'm gonna grab up, see where these Lords is at. Give you a good show. Oh, I see Addy just popped in right now while I'm talking. Just popped in. Addy the first one up the bat as usual. But I'm gonna get his mic together. Alright, what up? Yeah, he getting his mic together. We be back.
Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I want to do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dog, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope. Keep that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal, and haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. Let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So, look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do.
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter, but I'm anti-social. Love my city, but I'm still bi-coastal. I got, nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that
super
going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold you, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for you. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's, whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So
Which lies on the material shore.
I'ma just chill and watch them and eat snacks in the attic. I wanted to chill with the pack and be like a young whoop, but then they would mistake me for addict. If I can imagine it's cool to give you some advice, then invite your girl to your squadron. Cause if you don't give her that option, you gon' be single player like Sovereign. You gon' get tossed in the bushes by King David. Royalty and not a pretender. Detrimental to an elemental, what's an avatar to a knee bender? I gotta be me though. I know it's my destiny, word to Cognito. Who cares if you fly, if you still a mosquito? You swear you ain't stunting, but really be Steve-O. You like to collect stuff and that's cool, but I got bad news. Even if you really was that dude, King David still be the king of the statues. Since a juvenile, I've been cursed with a curse to be musical. And if you hate it, we'll meet in the crucible. Other than that, then it's cool and it's beautiful. We let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
To be the hottest mic of mics. The mics are the hottest. Yeah, it's in the bottom corner. You can see that, what you call it. That
Make sure your browsing history is not up there.
Yeah, make sure your for the night.com is not
For the night.
all right, y'all, we live. The cameras is rolling.
Furries.
Yo,
Furries.
hear ye. And we are, you're adding like the furry. And we are live. And welcome to the Iron Lords Podcast, LLC, also live on lordsofgaming.net, episode number 276. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today, we've got Xbox versus the CMA. Round, what is it? Probably 3 at this point. They go.
No, this is round 2. They the second inquisitive.
This is the Inquisitor. All right, no doubt. Bayonetta3 voice actress Boycott. Xbox Keystone Teased. And Meta plus Microsoft partnership to discuss. So we're going to get right into it. So let's introduce the 4 horsemen of gaming, those original gaming knights of the realm here at the round table with abbreviative intros because Cog has to get a flight today. But that co-host with the co-host, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, lord of his own world, and the how of the young wolf. My man, Lord Addict of the Addict Show. How we doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. We'll talk a little bit about Scorn later on because I saw some people asking about it. But yeah, we're gonna have a good show.
No doubt. Respect it. And of course, coming in hot, our most technical gaming lord. He grunts the solo gamer who lives with a single player selfish experience. And also the Sostradamus, Lord Clarity of the and Lord Patron of the Iron Bank. My man, Lord Sovereign, how's that camera going?
Going better. They were better, Big Rona sat down in the building this week. So I told my wife, I was laughing. I was like, you messed up my streak, babe. Like, I've been dipping and dodging Big Rona since the beginning. And she got me. So I've been a little bit under the weather, to say the least.
Feel a little bit better today? Or
yeah,
still...
a little bit. Like I'm still hoarse and I still, coughing up lovely stuff. But other than that, I'm fine.
No doubt.
No gaming though, man. Like I tried to really do it and it was not happening. I was like, I don't even have the energy.
Yep.
So
your body said rest.
Nope, rest. That's it. Keep your eyes closed. I wish I had kept my eyes closed last night though. Thank you. Go Yankees.
Oh, what happened?
Brother, it feels like it's the postseason of the upstarts.
I see. I got to cut my intro. But
I just asked. I didn't know something happened. Anyway,
let's say bottom of the 9th antics. Then we're down 2-1 to the Guardians. Let's just say that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
and apparently, like I said, it's the postseason of the upstarts because the Padres just wiped the Dodgers.
Shout out to the Phillies though, my guys.
Shout out to the Phillies.
Crazy. I was talking reckless. Look at y'all now. Anyway, moving on. And of course, we have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The prophet of Xbox.
Swami.
King of the statues, who demands nothing less than that premium experience. It is the leader of the Fraud Alert movement.
Ooh.
Beloved. How we doing, Lord King?
thank everyone. I want to thank everyone that came out yesterday for Combat Talk. First and foremost, let me get a moment of silence for my man.
Oh man, that's right, man.
Spending it. Everybody begging.
You know, bad news came out, and
yeah,
he's no longer with us. So
yeah,
he's doing his thing now, coding someplace else right now. But God bless.
Rest in peace, Optimus Code. I got to interrupt you, but yeah, definitely hit me hard. I know in the community he's been battling for a while. Obviously, you know, the laws. It's no secret. You know, we were one of the first to introduce him to the community, and his story was absolutely beautiful to hear from a technical standpoint. Obviously, later on, the laws did have some issues with him, but as men, we were able to at least talk behind the scenes and resolve that. And at the end of the day, I just saw some things that bothered me, you know, and I get it. You know, we don't necessarily are going to agree on everything. That's one thing we've established with our opinions and other people's opinions. But when someone loses their life, I think there's a respect that we have to have as human beings. I don't care what's going on, right? And I saw a couple things that really disappointed me, and I would hope these individuals learn from that, because at the end of the day, you know, a life was lost, and regardless to whether you agree with the views or not, you know, please just respect the human being, you know, and their life. And shout out to him and his family, you know.
Are you saying that you saw stuff?
Oh, yeah. I don't even want to.
Wow. I mean, just to reiterate to all of that, like, honestly, guys, I'm gonna tell you this right now, like, all of the Twitter, all this gaming stuff, YouTube, this is fake.
It's
like,
fake, bro.
This ain't real. Like, at the end of the day, you know, beefs happen because it's work or whatever, and like you said, behind the scenes, you talk about it like, man, get over it. At the end of the day, all of it is fake. All of it is a show for the most part, right? Behind the scenes, we're all human beings, and that's the only thing that really truly matters. So it's disappointing to hear that people are just still following those narratives, and this man is no longer with us. So
I highly advise. Shout out. Sorry, go ahead, Attic. I'm sorry. I didn't let you talk.
I was gonna say that those people ain't gonna learn. You know, they're kind of. They're not mentally all there either to make someone
they detach from the situation.
And one last thing, King. I'm sorry, Attic, and I'll let you go. Go ahead. I'm finished. I interrupted.
Oh,
Attic. Sorry.
I said trying to use someone's death to, you know, fuel a console war scenario. Like, they're not mentally there either. So.
Yeah, no doubt. Last thing, King, and I'll give it back to you because I know it's your segment. Was also rest in peace to Lord Boom's mom. You know, Lord Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Lord Boom lost his mom this week. Long struggle. Please send some love to Boom, his family, also over there at Double Barrel Gaming. You know, subscribe to the channel. Boom has been a tremendous influence in his in the community. I don't know what I would do if I lost my mom. So, you know, appreciate the loved ones that you have. And just send some love to Boom, man. It's been a rough week for the gaming community.
It goes to show how MIA I am, because I had no idea. Yeah. Like, I was just been off the grid completely.
Yeah, you were going through your own personal things. So King, I apologize. This was your segment, guy.
No, it's fine. I didn't excuse me, know about Boom's mother. Yeah. But on a lighter note, thank everybody for coming out last night and doing Combat Talk with the King with me.
Yes, sir.
It's fantastic stuff. So we had the opportunity, first time in the history, I think, of boxing, we had 3 different cards going on at the same day. Never seen it before. Plus, we had a UFC fight last night. So we had Clarissa Shields and her opponent. Then we had Bumgardner and Meyer. Those are all fantastic women that was fighting early in the day. And they put on probably the best display, even out of the men. But then later on, we had Deontay Wilder versus Hellenius. I know y'all don't know who Hellenius is.
Hellenius. Salmonius. Lemonius.
So, and we also have Caleb Plant versus Darrell. That was on the undercard of that. PVC
somebody got planted.
Yeah, PVC always gives good cards. But then we have Devin Haney versus Kambosos. So last night I was in a unique position that I was able to cover 2 main cards.
Nice.
I covered the main card of the Devin Haney versus Kambosos, and we saw Devin Haney come into his own. In that fight, he gave as good as he got, and he gave a little bit more. And he is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. And he went over there into foreign territories and defended his titles against the former champion. which was a real good treat, and also to see the government of. Let me tell you something, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Australia and see how they treat a champion, how they have respect for a champion. Because what you did to Floyd was something disgusting and totally reprehensible.
No doubt, no doubt.
And then we had Deontay Wilder versus Helenius in that last fight, and it was the first round knockout. Shout out to, I'm calling BS off the rip. I'm calling fraudness off the rip. I'm calling that's your buddy. That was your friend. You put him over, got him a bag. It looked great. He looked like the Undertaker when he stretched out with his eyeballs rolling around the back of his head. It was a good look. I mean, if that was a real shot, on God, you are the greatest to ever do it. Punch, you are the man with the skinny legs. You was out there. But I'm going to tell you, in my eyes, I've done seen a lot of jobs in my life. And it looked like a job.
It looked like a Bruce Seldon job.
Oh, man.
God, like let him. It was my man. Like, well, you sell it better. WWE sells it better. But
damn.
I was playing Scorn.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have my thoughts on that. Got in some good games in Fortnite this week, and you know,
so
just
you
Game Pass.
getting it in or something.
Yeah, Game Pass. Well, no, that's an old one. That was me, Cat Daddy, and don't have us three on the same team. Slow Cat Daddy, and me. Nice. That is a killer squad. We're real killers. But yeah, you know, Fortnite is what's up, and that's the only thing I've been playing. Just Game Pass.
No doubt. Just Game Pass, getting the Game Pass in, and of course we have the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi, LordCognito. Spread that realness to the rub of the IOP. Not telling what you want to hear, what you need to hear. Shout out to Mr. Matty Plays, had the amazing Jez Corden up on Defining Duke, talking about what's going on, talking about Keystone, CMA, UK government. Jez had a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, he provided insight there. Shout out to Defining Duke Ultimate, which is up on the Patreon. We was talking, actually, that was Colin and Maddie talking about games media. Also, happy born day, Cobra Commander Colin Moriarty. Salute to
that's
you.
right.
It was his birthday this week, probably about 2 days ago, so salute to him. LSM fam in the building, you already know. Shout out to The Last Word, Ebontis Ty Guy Travis, just talking about everything was going on in the community, Divinity Nerve, Sandbox, National Coming Out Days, a lot of things going on with Bungie right now. They've been in the news. As far as me, not much gaming actually this week too. I'm a little mad. I really wanted to play, but I barely got a chance to play in Overwatch, but I got into service. Shout out to my man Genji that I had to earn after a match. And a shout out to I play a little bit of Destiny.
You know, I played so much Overwatch, I had all of them.
Damn. See,
I had all of them.
That's what.
I think it seems like what they're doing is if you played a certain amount of Overwatch 1, you come in with all of them unlocked. And because the only thing you had to clearly pay for like the characters, the new characters, but I had all of the Overwatch characters already unlocked. And what's funny is I didn't even play with Echo the entire time I played Overwatch. But I have like 8 days in Overwatch 1.
Yeah, so. I played it. I was like, you know what? Look, the game it felt fantastic to me. It still felt good. I'm just happy the server issues were gone finally, so I was able to get in very quickly. It just seems like a really good team-based game. I got to speak to the hardcore like you and see how overall they feel. The vibe I got is still good when you get into the game. It's just the monetization stuff, so that's been pretty much that. But, Sav, you want to get into these super chats? You want to do the poll?
Yeah, I'll grab the super chats, not too many. Excuse the reserved nature of my voice today.
You good. We know what's up.
We got Hector the Macho Man, $5 super chat. Oh, hail the Lords. I would say something out of pocket about Sony, but the CMA might try to block me.
Oh, man, I like this.
Be safe out here and always stop snitching.
The energy jump off, you know what I'm saying? Go get that, you know what I'm saying? Advanced GG Code I'm just saying, if you know you the type that you don't want to mix the powder.
You know it's already there for you. Yeah.
It's already there for you. Pre-mix. You got that pre-mix. Go ahead, continue.
Be safe out here. And as always, stop snitching.
Yo.
Stop snitching.
Yo. Let's put the crest in the chat for Gameonomics. Member for 2 months. Thank you, Lord Bronx. Appreciate it. Then we have Don Otaco. The only way we can get Nintendo topics on here is when it's controversial, right? Shaking my head.
Yeah, he's not entirely
He ain't wrong.
He ain't wrong. He ain't
Hey,
wrong.
we got to work on that. We got to work.
That
That was
like they be doing something. They ain't doing nothing.
They just
that
sell
was-
it. I mean,
that was good feedback.
They haven't had anything really work, and I mean
let's-
this in the best way possible. They don't have much to talk about.
Wait, are
Just
you
games
implying
come
there's
out, and
nothing
they-
popping
let's
over
be-
there?
No, not
No,
they release games. The games sell well. There's nothing out. There's no craziness
But
going on over there.
Shouldn't
We-
that
we
be
gotta-
celebrated?
We got to be real here too. Like Nintendo, for the most part, we know what kind of nonsense they do. Like, we never have to like talk about it because they never inconsistent about it.
Oh, my
like
Lord.
you're not getting refunds. They're never changing that. So we gonna keep talking about it. You know, it's like Nintendo's just like, buy our games or shut up. That's literally they say. Like,
Yeah, hey, this is the first time in a
Cognito.
while. This is the first time in a while we're
you
hearing
can't
something.
bully Nintendo into doing anything.
Well, we should talk about the lead platform a little bit. Bro.
No, for sure. Like I get that, but
King, look
it
at King
is-
face.
Eden,
King
though.
don't like that.
Who the hell are they leading? It's just, I don't know. You know what I think, though? I think everybody brought it because they needed to get it for some weird reason. It's like we had something in us, but it's sitting in the corner in everybody's house.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because when that Zelda came out, everybody was losing their minds.
We was on a pre-order together.
So we all did it together, and when the last time we went back?
It's you that ain't going back.
It's you that ain't going back.
Yeah,
I
well,
go back.
mine is sitting looking at me like, I
Okay,
said, when's
when's the last time Solve and Cog played
Listen,
Switch?
let's not talk about the past.
Let's not talk about the past. Exactly, you know.
You got all the
Look, you bringing up old stuff.
Steam Deck, dude. As soon as they got a new lover, they was like, bye.
There's a reason you say old stuff because you guys don't play it anymore.
Listen, man.
Exactly.
Solve, bring this to me. I don't know what attitude. Bring this to me, chats, man.
Yeah, we got. Okay, I skipped one on purpose because I want to leave that one up to something else.
Okay, I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah. So I skipped one on purpose. Let me see if anything else popped in. Hold on a second. Oh God. Let me play with your $5 super chat. Oh my God, Sob is sick. Don't worry, I have an injection I can give you.
Yo!
Make you feel all better. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
You're ridiculous. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, I know.
man.
They are
Trying to inject
consistent.
you, B.
This is no good. This is what happens when you have
The
an
reason
invite.
they keep doing it is because you give them so much energy when you read the super chat.
I gotta read them.
I got no energy today, none whatsoever. This is not good. This is what happens when you
got
have
the
an
vaccine for the
inviting
corona.
community. This is what happens. Right? We need to be exclusive now. We
Gotta lock the community
gotta
down.
lock the community down.
Worry about who we let in.
We can't have all this inclusion anymore.
Oh, well, they're already inside. Pause.
Whoa! Pause. Move it on.
We got B. Lou, member for 14 months. What's good, lords? Y'all the GOAT Gaming Show. King Dope watch stream of the fights last night, brother. Stop hating on the Bomb Squad.
I'm not hating.
That's
I'm
his
just
man,
saying,
but-
man, you know what it is. Stop playing, man. I want to see somebody across the ring that has no ties to you. I don't want you fighting your cousin, auntie's, niece's, uncle. You know, no ties to you. Never been in your camp. A dude that hates you. I want
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that night, and his head was bouncing like he really got hit with something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called someone's face.
How are you the sparring partner, the chief sparring partner for years? They've been taking the shots for years. And the
And
first time with no headgear, you go to death. Yo, why was it pack him up, put him in a casket, as soon as he got hit? Like, come on, man. Make it look good, man.
Man, all I know is we good. Keep reading.
Move
Keep
it.
reading.
We got Hargeet Sadiq, $5 super chat. Salute to the Lords. R.I.P. to Optimus and condolences to Boom. CMA's issues are based on a phase 1 look. Let's wait for a phase 2 analysis. It'll be okay.
Phase 1, send in Jim. Phase 2, send in Jim.
No. Salute to Huggy Shani, the whole V. That's what's up.
Yeah, we're caught up. I think. Yeah, we have that one more that I'm just gonna wait till we do that.
No doubt. I mean, so we could do that now. I could do the poll.
Yeah, do the poll and we go right
All
back to it.
cool. No doubt. Last week's ILP poll results are in, and the people have spoken to the question. With the recent statements by head of PlayStation Studios Herman Holtz that Sony live service games will launch day and date with PC and console, do you think that single-player games will eventually do the same? The winner of the three-way ILP vote at 56% of the vote was yes. Sony recognized the value of more revenue and new audience introduced to single-player games at the height of the zeitgeist. Coming in at second place with 27% of the vote was no. Sony values the importance of single-player experiences and does not require them day and date for their business model. And in last place at 50% of the vote was the Messy Lords. I don't care. All this mobile crossplay, but where is my Vita 2, though? Shout out to all the Lords. We got attic on this.
I think people need to be scared less on if Sony's going to continue to, support single player games, and more if it's Sony going to see that games as a service makes more money and they start less funding those games.
Shout out to the gaming perspective, my man Nicholas. Beat it too, gang. No doubt, you already know. Good to see you up here, brother. So it's a nice occasion today, so
yeah, beautiful occasion. I feel real comfortable. Hold on, let me read 2 more super chats before we get into it. We got THX 1138, $2 super chat. Steam Deck does what Nintendo. That is true. That is true. Then we got
it's called Top Games.
Then we got the Taco, $2 super chat. Buck the CMA, Buck, not Buck.
See, they watch anime like
all my ninjas hate the CMA.
Damn. Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna go back to the super chat that I skipped purposely.
Yes.
Just for this occasion, we have the Black Harry Potter. $5 super chat.
Potter. We have jump started this. What's funny? Like they're demanding diversity. They're turning attic black, Cognito white.
yeah, they're forcing it on us like that. No, you gonna have a white. You have a white Cognito. You gonna have a black attic. Yeah, it's hilarious. Continue.
The streets are still patiently waiting on the Iron Lord / Valeri Pillow link.
Woo!
Ask and ye shall receive.
No doubt.
We're proud to present to you. Hold on a second. I got to open this up.
Yes,
share my screen.
Yes, sir. And while you're doing that, go ahead. I'll put the link in there too.
Click on it. Share. Is that coming through?
Yes, it is.
It is.
I'm gonna pin this.
It's huge.
Yeah.
I like how clean our logo looks on there.
That's a beautiful thing. So shout out to the folks at Valeri, Halal, and the whole team over there for setting up this page. It's on, baby. It is on.
Now, for whatever reason, I'm seeing you instead of the page.
Yeah, I don't see this.
Yeah, like you
so it says you were screen sharing and it's up.
I see it on my end. It's right on my screen.
Okay, maybe it's my fault. So y'all see the page, y'all. I just want to make sure everybody.
All I see is
Solve talking.
Solve talking.
That's crazy.
No, I mean on our screen right here, now.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not coming up on our Zoom screen, but it says I'm sharing it.
Yeah, you are sharing it, but it's not there.
Hold on, let's do this. Give me a second.
Let's see if we.
It's down there at the bottom. I see it on the actual podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know why it's not being shown.
Showed up top.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Switch the share. Hold on, I got it. Yeah. Switch the shit. Let's do that. All right, well maybe not.
Someone said rest in peace, audio
listeners.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. We're gonna put this link in the chat.
There you go. Yeah, right there.
Okay, cool.
Keep it there, and you good.
All right. So the link was going into the chat. Shout out to everybody over there, Valeri.
The overlays.
Yeah,
can't see anything.
Yep.
Okay.
The overlay take like half the screen.
Yeah, overlay wilding right now. But the thing is, he don't have it on a tab. It's like he.
We should have worked.
No, you have to take your the IOP overlays off so they could see the website.
Gotcha.
Now we're in the Matrix.
I'm about to do it myself.
What? Yeah.
No, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do it. Unshare. Technical difficulty.
We look like mad pop-ups. Pop.
Look, we look
unprofessional. We look unprofessional right now.
It looks ridiculous.
All right, so you.
What did y'all do?
You unshare. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's do that. And then I will share. Hold on a second.
Ridiculous. We're doing this live.
We're doing this live.
We could have did this yesterday. Check it out.
Someone said do it with K Mega's voice.
This is how y'all think. Y'all can add something to Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5.
No,
it's just
it doesn't work.
That's just a click of a button.
While we waiting,
just a click.
Put the pin up in there. No doubt.
All right, so I put the link in the chat, and so did So shout out to everyone over at Valeri for making this happen. So we have a special little something for the first 100 pre-orders that go up. Cog, what is the pre-order code for the first 100 pre-orders? You get 15% off.
Lord 15. Let me know if y'all see the screen now, because I'm sharing.
Yeah, we
mine.
see your screensaver.
Oh, great. Awesome. This is perfection. You see Osiris?
Wow.
You see Osiris?
All right, guys, the link's in the chat, guys.
Yeah.
Nah. We ain't going out like that, y'all.
Yeah,
What about now?
just,
what about now?
Oh, what's going
I think
on?
it's,
about
I
that?
think it's all, and now we see like some baking
Oh my
stuff
God,
for fantasy
what's
stuff.
going on
man.
here?
It's not looking good right now.
Hey, get out of there.
We see some clandestine streaming stuff going on.
Oh my God. Hold
Get
on.
out of there.
All
Thank
right.
God it's not on my page. Woo!
Hold up.
Had a rocket
I
seed.
told Adam to do it. It was going to be an issue. Are we back?
We do it live, folks.
All right, so we need the Valeri.
They said, poor Osiris.
So was that an OnlyFans app for Destiny lovers?
There we
Do
go.
you see it?
Yes,
Do you
I see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo, that is hilarious.
Boom. Y'all see it.
Yeah, you
All
gotta
right.
take off the whatchamacallit, take off the wolf from turning.
Take off the wolf and turn it. What are
Yeah, you
talking
see the logo right now, like it's emoting.
Oh, I know what it be. I got you.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. Wolf
about?
goal.
Oh, okay. He's talking
Yeah.
about the
Overlay
thing you
goal.
plug
Yeah,
in.
there we go. Yeah. There we go.
I gotta do everything, man.
Yeah,
Everything
man.
technical I gotta do.
Look, man.
Oh, hey, there you go. Technically speaking.
All right. So scroll down, see the nice page. You know what I'm saying? Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Adam, keep scrolling.
Get into that premium price.
Yeah, you see that premium price, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. So like Sony, we feel
Yo, you stupid.
I mean, but to be fair, we do have certain things on Teespring that's around that price. Like, might not be
Yeah.
at that price, but it's around that price.
But again, let's be clear as far as the if you hit that link now, you will get.
Look at Cog. Look at him.
Ah, yeah. Shout out to me getting my VR wrong. But now, if I got to hit the pre-order link now, the first 100. Oh, look at Saul. That's clean. That's clean right there. No, say the first 100 will get 15% off on that price. So,
Yes.
oh, look at the king. Look at the king. Ah. And look at
And
that
it's like
premium product.
these
Okay.
things have quality, man. They're quality.
Yeah, I mean, I'm using mine right now. Again, you see, look at your posture. I scroll up for a second, Adam. I just want to go back because the thing about it is, and this is all serious. We joking.
Go
and stuff
to the
like
posture,
That.
go to
yeah,
the
go to the
posture.
posture. Go to the posture. It's underneath.
Down.
Yeah. So what you see
down.
down, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, there we
Right
go. So
there.
what you'll see is you see how most of us are gaming. This is real talk. You see in that left side panel. That's how most of us play. We're leaning forward, hunch.
Yeah.
Look at where his elbows are on his knee, and that long term and them long gaming sessions. That is terrible for your posture. You know what I'm saying? And also, again, for your elbows and that content.
That's the only way to play games.
Right. Not like that. And then you all leaning up on the screen with your eyes. But anyway, but as you see, scroll, you see in the second picture, the Valeri goes underneath, right? And that's what you put there for the support. And I'm telling y'all right now,
It's
long-
something that
Yeah.
you really until you have it.
Yes.
You're like, oh, you don't realize you,
don't
need it.
realize-
You don't realize how much you need it. And that's the key. Keep scrolling, Addict. You can scroll down now.
Great stocking stuffers.
Right.
Great stocking stuffers.
Exactly. When you get a chance, watch that video. Obviously, we're not going to click it now on stream. You'll see something really put together by the great folks of Valeri.
You know what would be
and also-
crazy? If we get copyrighted by our own stuff.
No, we good. We got the team. And then you see the Lords, our little testimonials, everybody using it, you know what I'm saying? Checking it out. And again, you got your perfectly out your questions.
And at the bottom, we have the lordsofgaming.net people actually out there using
No doubt. But look,
it.
this,
Would have been dope.
this is a premium situation. Again, fantastic product. Please go out there and support. First 100 pre-orders will get the discount. As soon as you click the pre-order link, it'll automatically apply the discount on checkout. So go get that. Go get that Valeri. You know what I'm saying? Get that premium gaming experience and take care of your health. It's for gaming support and for better health. Yeah, y'all.
And when you get that, man, you're going to have to post some pictures. You know, have to
Also,
post some
it's for
pictures.
stunting. It's for stunting on
It's for stunting? It's for stunting?
It's just for stunting, you know. When you pull your pillow out, dudes be like, what? God forbid you get on a plane. and you in first class, because you know this is not a second class.
Nah,
pillow.
this is you need to buy a seat for the pillow. That's what you need to do.
First class only. Don't try to take this in coach. Don't go on coach with this.
It's not a coach situation.
It's not a coach thing. This is first class. This is by yourself. This is the most selfish thing that you've ever do. Like you'll start doing I want to see people doing selfish things with the pillow. Like go to the movie theaters and take the pillow. Do selfish things. Move people out of your way. Go to a restaurant, take the pillow with you. Just do selfish things with your pillow.
Selfish.
Very selfish.
Ridiculous. No doubt. So it's up now. Links in the
I feel
thing.
so selfish with it.
Links in the description. It should be pinned right at the top. The ILP Valeri link. Go get that. Emperor Zugi said, "Can we use the pillow for other things?" Yes, you can use.
Once it's in your house, you can do whatever you want.
Don't show that pillow like that.
No doubt. Go check that out. And again, appreciate everybody for waiting and being patient and got that up. But it is live now. Go support the Lords. If we get some big pre-orders on this, we can do some really special things. So really appreciate everybody to support. No doubt. Cool.
All right. We got a couple more super chats before we move on, so let's do that. We got the Lazy Otaku $2 super chat. Goofy move today. IOP body pillow for the ladies.
You know what's funny? There's a super chat that said I canceled my pre-order for Golf Tonight, and I thought he was gonna put like my mind was like, so I could buy this pillow.
That's the one I'm reading now. Face 23BK $20 super chat. Cancel my pre-order for Gotham Knights on PS5. I expect all games to have a 60 FPS option this gen. Gotta send this dev a message. $70 for a game that they canceled the last gen version and no options is a no-go.
Yeah, that's a hot
You
one.
know what the crazy thing about that too is, I mean, we're gonna talk about it.
Let's talk about it now. It's actually not a topic. I just talk about it now.
I just don't understand when it comes to why that game. Okay, look. You could blame the Series S because I guess that is a scapegoat that they're some of these devs are going to try to lay on. But it's just like, then why is other games have a 60 frame and a 30 frame on the Series S, but there's an X version that has a 60 frame? To me, it feels like they were taking the heat on Twitter and they just blamed the first thing they could think of. Like, because it's just like, even if the S can't do that currently, why is not there a version for the X? And the developer said that, you know, you can't run on one without the other because Xbox won't let you. Yeah, but plenty of developers has a 60 frame mode. I don't understand why this one doesn't have a 60 frame mode.
Listen, if you're as untethered as they claim to be, where the co-op gameplay is like one character can approach a scenario completely differently from the other character and still be in the same scenario, that's impressive technically, right? Now, if that is the case, and that is the reason why you can't hit that, okay, I get that. I don't understand it because I'm not going to pretend I understand the science behind it, or the technicalities of it. But there are going to be plenty of people still playing this game single player. Why is that not an option for the single player? I don't understand. See, you condition players who now moved over to the PS5, Xbox Series consoles to want 60 FPS. And all of a sudden you're saying, nah, we can't. After you cancel last gen versions in order to focus on these versions. So again, looking at the game, at least thus far, we don't have the game in our hands yet.
Right.
But looking at the game, it doesn't look graphically special or above and beyond anything that we've seen before that would indicate that you can't do it. Right. So again, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know technically what they can or can't do, but it just feels, it honestly feels like a time constraint thing. This game has to come out in October, this month, whatever. And this is a concession that we've made.
You know, that's what it feels like. This game already had an uphill battle, and they just pretty much cut the top part. Like,
they sabotaged it. Like, really,
this game is gonna flop like hardcore because I don't know anyone that's talking positive about this game. I don't. And now you're telling people that have the current gen and they're not still on the past gen. Right. First off, you told them they couldn't even have the game.
Right.
So you told the Xbox One, PS4 people you couldn't have the game. And then on top of that, they turned around and said, not only can you guys not have the game, but you guys got to play your game like you're playing on their game system.
I think the main issue for me is just the not disclosure of that technical information. Usually you get that information really early. So that's the part that's going to look a little suspect because people are going to be like, yo, how is it that we're just knowing about this? Now, some people, I don't want to put the person's business that told me, but some people thought this was a 4-player game off the rip. And then they come to find out it's a 2-player game, and then they're going to have a 4-player mode of a specific thing later, coming later. So yeah, they in my opinion, you know, they have to do a better job of transparency. That's why they're going to get the smoke. I mean, that's just
it's selective marketing. That's all it is. Selective marketing. You want to word your phrases in a way that is deceiving. It's just like, look, like, you know, you being that extra. I'm sorry, but like, don't buy this game. Don't buy this game.
Why do it now a week out from release, right?
People already in.
Yeah, because people are probably locked in already. I know what you're saying. It's crazy.
I wasn't even PlayStation anyway, because I thought it was going to go to Game Pass. So I was holding out. Yeah, and I didn't. You know, it's really whatever. The 30 frames per second is really whatever, and they're going to come out with a patch later on.
Oh, you know that's happening for sure.
Yeah,
with
the
4-player joint.
But I ain't buying it even when that patch comes out.
And we've seen this before. I believe it was Dying Light, and somebody was like, "Oh, it can't be done on Series S. This is the reason." I mean, we got to be careful with that. I just want to salute to the chat real quick because people are actually picking up this Valeri and asking a lot of questions. So
shout out to y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, so shout out to y'all. Shout out to my man Mitch. He was talking about the UK and EU. Shout out to the Valeri Game Pillow. Shout out to Valeri actually in the super chat saying that it will become available to the EU and the UK early 2023. Some people saying that they picked up the Valeri Pillow. The link's at the top, no doubt. And how you'll know if you have it, it'll as soon as you click the order, the checkout, you'll see the 15% then applied. So you should see it if you ordered it now. Hopefully you were within that first 100.
I bought all 100. I'm gonna resell it later.
It's gone. Discount. It's gone.
It's over for you guys, man. I bought all the collector's
Attic is that dude with the ski mask on in the warehouse. In the warehouse.
I don't got PlayStation 5. I don't got PlayStation 5. I got Valeri ILP Pillow.
No doubt. Salute. But yeah, it's a weird situation with Gotham, man. I don't know. Anyway, continue, so.
All right, hold on a second. So we got that. Yeah, we got that. Tony Bryant, member for 27 months. Lord Gold, thank you, sir. Happy Lords, happy to be here live. Pillow is fire, not gonna lie. Let me play with my joystick. Gonna order 5 of them joints of South Spray. If South Spray's cologne on them.
Whoa! You gonna have a seance with the Valeri?
I mean, we could, you know, at some point maybe offer some, autographed pillows.
Can you hear this? I'll do a special service.
As you see me, I'm sitting like I am not open Pandora's box.
And that you know, there's quite a bit that I ain't trying to sign that many pillows. How about we just let King sign them all?
No. Why it always gotta be me?
It's King's podcast.
What we do is we have 3 pillows each person, and each person sends a nice little, a headshot with a signature. And
why you want to do the all natural Valeri?
Yeah, I do all natural on the pillow with the clothes on.
Your motto is all natural.
Natty.
All natty with the Valeri.
Oh no, this is not pepperoni Sunday.
I can just see him laid across the bed on
we should promote it.
All right.
We should promote it.
Already as the Almighty brought you.
Yo, put one in the chat if y'all want to see King of that all natty Valeri.
To our topics because Cog has to leave early.
Now you worry about my flight.
Listen, it's an international. You gotta, let's get focused.
Yo, if y'all want that all natty King,
all natty nothing. Let's go.
Make sure you get. Yo, they put ones. Kiss Move put a one. Kiss Move put a flame put a one. Yes. If y'all want that Valeri situation with King David, go get that pre-order. We gonna work on that for King to promote the product.
We tried to get him out of here early. We tried to be respectful.
Here we go. Put the ones in the chat, y'all. Go get that. All right, let's move on.
Tazoichi, $5 super chat. Bought it and it better work. If not, I'm coming for the Iron Bank. Why is it me?
Listen, man.
King got to sign all the autographs, and you got to be the scapegoat.
Enjoy your Sunday. Exactly.
No doubt. Moving on.
Then we got Necromancer Zale member for 12 months. Lord Gold. Here's to another great show, Lords, and thanks for the pillow. No doubt.
You picked it up. Thanks. Salute. Much love, brother. Much love. Get that Valeri. Get your gaming right.
Then we got Flame, member for a year, $5 super chat. Howdy, buckaroos. Please check your candy this year. Yeah, please check your candy every year. You crazies out there. I found Gotham Knights running at 30 FPS on the next gen systems in my Twix. Stay safe out there.
Wow. Salute Flame, Messi. Salute.
Then we got
King David body pillow. Let's go.
Yeah.
You gotta give the people what they want. We want an all natural situation. That's what we want.
Then we have
King, you gotta help us move the product.
I gotta help this podcast move along because you got a flight.
Then we got Zero back, $2 super chat. Oh hell, the IOP. Salute the Lords. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Salute.
Then we have Mr. Irishman, £5 super chat. Hideki Kamiya's Twitter account finally collapsed under the weight of the blacklist. Wow, yeah, that was
We'll talk about it.
crazy stuff. Oh yeah, one thing we got to let you guys know: this is a pre-order page.
Yes.
You won't be getting the pillows till early 2023.
Yes,
in all likelihood.
yes. Thank you
I don't
for
want
being
people
clear.
to be coming at us like, "Where's the bill?"
It's the pre-order page.
Christmas.
Yes.
King said stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
Christmas is whenever you make it.
Yeah, all of these,
Plus
all of these have to be made
Right.
as the pre-orders come in, and it's a whole shipping thing. So.
And plus,
Absolutely.
we had to have plenty of time to get the King pillows.
Yeah, we gotta get King right. Make sure he in shape
This
for
dude's still on that. He's still on that. We're gonna have attic open door stoppers. Keep playing with me.
Whoa. Move it
Keep
on.
playing with me. Stop. Don't come for me unless I send for you.
Move it
There's
on.
gonna be plenty of people coming from that body pillow.
Get nice.
Then we got Matt Without Fear, member for 10 months. If we get a King David body pillow, would that make him the comeback king?
Whoa! Pause.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I like this.
I like it. So
All these innuendos can't be pointed at me all the time.
It's just you. It's just you.
Yo, they said the Valeri All Natty collection. I'm done.
Yo, listen, where's playing my joystick when you need it? You need to hurry up and super chat. Get this.
Yo, imagine if it's like one of those things where you can squeeze it and it says something in King's voice.
Where's R. Kelly? We need R. Kelly
Yo, they
right
said
now.
the chat.
Yo, Cog. Imagine if it's like one of those pillows you could squeeze it and it says something in King's voice.
Yeah.
Oh, Kurt said he
Ordered
ordered. He
it.
said, man, did I already miss the discount?
Oh wait, did you order it prior to the link going up? If you
No,
did,
he couldn't have. He couldn't have.
Because if you just ordered try to pre-order a Valeri before we did the promotion, then he's not gonna have a discount. But if he did it just now, it's automatically included as soon as you hit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He couldn't have. He could have gotten it a Valeri before, not an Iron Lords Valeri before.
Correct.
Right. So if you went now to get an Iron Lords Valeri and there's no more discount, that means we already have 100 pre-orders.
Yo, somebody said the Iron Lord King Joy. If you squeeze it and say "ooh,"
Yo, you see, he had to laugh at that.
Yo, who's that blocker?
No. You know what's even worse? You squeeze it and say, "This is a preview."
wow.
Yeah,
they
so
all
that
the way
was-
left with it
I
today.
see what
That
it
was
is
cool.
there. I see I got to
this
go
thing.
home. All right, I'm taking my ball. I'm out.
No, barely applied the discount. So
good.
the discount is Lord 15, just so y'all know. Continue.
Lord 15. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Lord 15.
So yeah, that was Kurt, $2 super chat. Man, did I really miss the discount? Ordered. I mean, if there's no more discount on that pre-order, that means we got the 100 already.
Right.
Which is amazing, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer for ordering 99.
Off the rip, they got the 99 straight. You know what I'm
Then we
saying?
have Cade Forever, $2 super chat. No, Alex. No, Alex? Oh, Alex is going to be a permanent member of the podcast.
Oh.
Then we got
Yo, this
Lord-
dude said King David squeeze it and it says who did that?
Get that Valeri down. We get this 100, then we get the King
Someone
David.
get a toy company on the line.
Yes, so we need to hit our pre-order target,
Yo,
and then
yeah.
we can get that
Metro
next
with the
pillow for
$2
y'all.
Super chat
That's what Cog meant when he said new and special things coming after that.
the Hey King Boo Boo bed sheets.
Ooh.
I hope
King.
Halal is listening to all of this and taking down
Yo,
notes.
I hope not.
Halal, listen, man. The people want what they want. We hit this target. That's the next target. That's the next one we
That
do.
is not the next target. Y'all not doing that to me.
Get those
Got more of
sheets.
this smoke.
Don't you buck up on me.
Get
That's
some.
another thing it could say, don't you?
Whoa! Yo, we can have like all the king's sayings when you
All the
squeeze
king's
it.
sayings, that's
Yo, that'd be hot.
Drawstring in it. There's a
Like a
snake in my
drawstring.
boot.
Yo, someone in the chat says it could say stop snitching.
Yo, shout out to my man Undead. He
Yo.
said if there's a market, there's a demand. No
There's a
doubt.
snake in my boot.
Wow.
Are we all caught up? Where we at?
We got Lord Metroid, $2 super chat. Hey, King Boo Boo, bed sheets from Valeri.
Hit that pre-order, y'all.
It's ridiculous. Y'all are out of
Are we
control.
caught up now?
This is
Yeah,
what
we're caught up.
doing,
We're
right?
good.
All right, that was hilarious. All right, let's get
Happy
into it.
Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday to y'all. Y'all messy. Shout out to the good folks at Valeri. Let's get into it, man. CMA versus Xbox round 2 fight still going on. I'm just going to summarize briefly because it is so much in this. So the CMA is unswayed. Shout out to GamesIndustry.biz. They're unswayed by Microsoft's arguments for Activision-Blizzard acquisition. They issue statements from the UK regulator dismisses some of Xbox makers' points regarding Call of Duty's exclusiveness. The exclusivity. So pretty much they said released an issue of statements about their concerns with the proposed Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard and dismissing several of Xbox's key arguments. They basically started off by saying financial modeling of the merger suggests that the merged entity's incentive to foreclose Sony may be considerably stronger than suggested by the parties. Microsoft's past business practices suggest that it may be willing to make losses in the short term in order to build scale and increase its user base. It's continued, knowing that Microsoft has previously acquired multi-platform publishers and made their games exclusives. It also dismissed arguments that Microsoft would keep Call of Duty multi-platform simply to avoid publicly backlash, saying that it did not identify any persuasive evidence that Microsoft would be deterred from engaging in total or partial foreclosure strategies by the prospect of reputational damage to Xbox or Call of Duty. And then they talked about how obviously Call of Duty could influence consumer decisions on what to buy, and they finished off by pretty much saying that Sony's, while examining the impact the acquisition might have on competition, they said Sony's clear status as Microsoft's closest rival in a highly concentrated console market deserves specific consideration. While it acknowledged Nintendo's role in the market, it noted the companies offered differentiated hardware with a more family-friendly software. So they are distincting that Nintendo is something different, just to be clear. You know what I'm saying? So they said parties have until October 28th to respond. And then there's some more statements there. I'm not going to read it. They're very long. There's a lot to this. And
let's be real here. Jim Ryan made this. He wrote this word for word. Tell me this don't sound like something Jim Ryan would say.
It sounds like Jim Ryan wrote down specific notes for the CMA, outlining everything that they didn't understand and breaking it down to make it favor PlayStation. It's what it feels like, because they're talking about things in a level of detail that only people that understand gaming would even think about. Thinking in this way, like when you start and you differentiate Nintendo, that's not something that anyone on the CMA knows off the top of their head. This is something, or that they research, right? This is something that was handed to them, like, hey, this is how this market is, and this is how Nintendo is different from ours, and this is why it doesn't. The argument that they're in second place and they're surviving what I Call of Duty doesn't hold water, right? It doesn't feel like this is research they would figure out on their own.
This is like equivalent to like wanting to take your ball and go home, but you can't go home because you ain't made money yet. They have no other choice but to like double down. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, the inside job feeling that I get from the CMA stuff and anything going on in Europe is hilarious to me, kind of like, because these arguments, they're dismissing the vast majority of the arguments that were made on the Brazil side, right? And acting like their concerns are completely different from the rest of the world. And overall, I'm done with this conversation.
So let me get this right.
Go ahead.
The CMA is for the consumer paying $10 more.
Yep.
The CMA is for Sony blackballing Xbox when it goes to the table and it gives these underhanded contracts to these developers to keep the stuff off the Xbox platform. CMA is down for everything that Jim does in raising prices of consoles that already exist in the market that affect the consumer. I thought the CMA is supposed to be looking out for the consumer, not looking out for PlayStation. So at the end of the day, any idiot that's out here championing these fools putting up this fake brick wall, this is really where's Jim made his bones at? Jim has made his bones in Europe.
This is his backyard. That's why it feels suspect.
Yeah, this is hometown cooking. This is literally the definition of a favor for a favor. Yeah, he done did some stuff. He done cut off Japan. So I'm pretty sure Japan is definitely going to be in line with Brazil, right? I'm pretty sure that, everybody else is going to be in line, but this is the one specific region that is going to say these things. And these things doesn't protect the consumer, because if you take all the information given to you from what Sony's business practices have been the last 25 years, which has been detrimental to the customer at every level, from its streaming to its game packaging to its boxing, everything. Have you brought a PlayStation 5 lately? Have you seen how poorly packaged this thing is? All right, so again, there's nothing premium about this situation. Is lies on top of lies given to you, and they're with this. Why? Why are they with this? Because Jim made that region a priority, and in that region, he has garnered a ton of money for this region, right? This is where you see the dirty business practices of politics. Right here, and it's okay, because one monkey don't stop the show, right? So a lot of people feel that this is going to be the hill that Microsoft dies on. No, it's just going to be you, right? You're going to watch this and you're going to say, "Damn, I really thought they had him." And when they start giving out detailed information and real dirt starts to fly, when you start to see the real stuff, because we always assume what's the deal with the contract with Final Fantasy, right? We always assume.
Good point.
When it really comes out, you're gonna see how sinister it really is, and what these dudes is really doing in the background. And I don't absolve Microsoft from doing whatever they got to do to survive,
right? But
also in there, they said that they are afraid that Microsoft would be able to take huge losses in the beginning,
right,
just to gain ground. So what you acknowledging is you're acknowledging the financial backing that the parent company has, and they're willing to take losses in order to erode your high standing in the market, right? So your market share, let's say you're at 80% market share. They know that Microsoft is willing to lose tons of money just to erode your 80% to get it to something more palatable as a 50%. But I don't see Microsoft as your direct competitor. The closest dudes closest to you is either Tencent or Embracer Group, right? Those are the two that is closest to you. And the reason why Tencent is more of a competitor to you, because they are issuing a console that is coming to market, which is the cloud. They are part of that. Before they weren't. They were just producers and had development houses, and they had money here and there. Now they have an actual machine that can go up against your machine. So they have formulated a direct attack against Sony. You're not looking at them, and you exclude Nintendo on purpose. Because their product is not in the same architecture as your Xbox architecture. Sony and Microsoft's architecture is pretty much the same, right? And they're like, what is it, X82,
X86,
right? So I guess they wanted to use those schematics and say that, and Nintendo's something totally different. No, Nintendo's the market leader, and they're doing it without Call of Duty. You can do it without Call of Duty too, right? And I just don't want to do this argument. No, they don't want to do it. They want to continue to use this crutch, and they don't need it. But Microsoft isn't taking it from you.
I think it's what y'all said. Let's Attic. I'm sorry. Did you get your balls off? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just done. It's just so it's disheartening to see. I don't like the fact that a lot of these people are championing, talking about, they're standing up to Microsoft. So then you like paying $10 more. You like, these companies doing the stuff that they're doing. Just say that you like being dominated. Just say that part.
Oh my God. Well, what it is again, you said it beautifully, which is their job is supposed to protect the consumer, right? Their job is supposed to make it an even playing field for consumer, not for a particular company, right? Shout out to the great Jez Corden. He actually says something. He had a statement like a couple days back, and he said, "I can't help but feel like at the root of it, ultimately, what Sony, I guess, and the CMA is arguing for is to keep things worse. Keep Bobby Kotick in the ELT. Keep all studios working on Call of Duty forever. Keep StarCraft dead." Shout out to him. He's a big Blizzard fan. Keep Call of Duty off Switch and keep Call of Duty off Game Pass, which would be better for consumers, just so Sony can keep the Call of Duty marketing. Like, is that what the root of this is? So, look, I'm not surprised. I've told y'all, I was like, I had a feeling. I got to give me my flower. I said, when Jim went over there and we were all clowning them because they were getting tomatoes thrown at them in the public eye, like, you really doing all this when, you know, Sony, when based on y'all past exclusive business practices and keeping things exclusive, why would you be so brazen to talk about it in a way that is clearly, you know, beneficial to consumers, whereas saying the deal is inadequate, seeing that we, you know, it's not good for gamers. That was the term, right? Remember, he got dragged, which is like, which gamers? This is what I was concerned about, because I felt in my heart, like, again, without any specific evidence, that his influence in that region and how PlayStation has dominated in that region, and he has been elevated because of that at Sony brass, that you couldn't tell me he didn't have influence. And I agree with Saul. I am not implying corruption, but I find quite interesting that the statements of the CMA, who is their best interest to protect the people, seem to read like his statements verbatim. That is very interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how this thing's gonna play out. I honestly think that for Microsoft to come out in front, say what they said, to respond to the CMA was big. Then the CMA to respond to them is going to be big. But I agree. Shout out to Hagi Shadi, who said this is phase one of the process. Honestly, my gut is still this is about concessions. This is about, even if there is foul play, this is about what can we get from this situation that either Microsoft is going to have to concede from Call of Duty, you know, being, you know, non-exclusive in perpetuity on PlayStation, which I think Microsoft would have no problem conceding, right? I'm sorry, get at it. You were about to say something?
I was gonna say, you know what I want at this point, man?
What you want?
I want Microsoft to call a bluff. Like, I want Microsoft to pull out there and be like, all right, you know, you saying that let's say that they start pushing a little bit towards not like approving it in the UK. So we won't sell in the UK. Why don't you tell your consumers why we won't sell in the UK and see if they hide behind that word then? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I know they're not gonna call their bluff, but I would want them to call their.
It will be interesting to see how this next phase goes, because the vibe I get is Microsoft is willing to take it there if it goes to court. And like King is saying, if it goes to court, then everybody's dirt comes out. And there's going to be some people, you know, that not going to want their dirt out. So it's in their best interest to resolve, right? We're going to see. This is getting interesting. It's like each week it's a new it's a new chapter in this situation, man. But yeah, this was very, very interesting.
My only problem is, as gamers, you're supposed to be championing what's going to save you money.
Wow.
I'm tired of this fake trend on, I'm happy, I'm cool with paying $10 more. I'm happy with them raising the price over here. It's okay for you to love something, but to be outraged at the bad business practices of said company.
Talk about it.
If you go to the store and you go get, because just recently we went to go get some soups from BJ's, right? These soups was $9.99 before. So me and my wife go pick up the soups, and the soups is $16. I said, what the hell type of inflation is this? And it was just like basically overnight. So what happened was those soups stayed where they were. I can like the soups, I can like the company, but I don't have to like the business practices. And I can learn how to separate the two. You guys sitting there, the CMA is standing up for what's right. No, they're not. And you're not standing up for what's right. Don't go with the flow into the slaughterhouse just because you see all your friends going in there. It don't look right. You seeing people dying. It don't look right. Just stand up and put your hand up. It's okay. You don't have to be down with green, but you could be standing for yourself. That $10, if you think about it, 5 games, that's $50, right? Just that $10 adds up. Just think about it the next time you short $10 on something where that $10 could have been, and it could have been in your pocket.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say is that you know, I'm of the mindset that I don't feel someone should be penalized for the way they invest or move around their company. Because let's be clear, you know, I think the CMA's strongest argument will be the linking of Game Pass to Azure and how Microsoft has a strong, you know,
that seems like the least thing that they fight over.
Right.
Like, it seems like the prime thing that they keep focusing on over and over again during this Activision deal is we can't compete without Call of Duty.
Right, right.
But what the hell does that have to do with the ABK deal?
Right. Well, we can't not acknowledge that Call of Duty is a huge game. We can't not acknowledge.
Yeah,
it,
but I mean, what does my cloud? What does my Ferrari got to do with my house?
I'm going to get to you. I'm going to get to that. And this is my feeling. Right. I feel what you say because it seems like they're trying to link it, which I think is probably their strongest argument, even more than the Call of Duty stuff and all that stuff. But the issue I have is that Microsoft had the foresight and the investment to say we are willing to take a short-term loss and build this thing slowly, organically with their Azure cloud background. But let's be clear, they weren't first in the space. People forget Sony was.
Yeah.
Sony was first with Gaikai. Remember Gaikai playing PS Now? They were first. They invested in space.
Too.
They did not succeed in the space to the point where that PS Now, let's be honest, collectively was a failure, which then forced them to merge their actual good subscription service, right, PS Plus, and bake Now into it to try to add value to it. But what I'm trying to say is you can't, in my opinion, penalize someone for investing in something and having the foresight, and now that it's successful, say, whoa, we got to make it competitive, because technically no one was championing for anyone else when Gaikai existed. I had Gaikai. I had PS Now. They were first in the space. So that, to me, is
and they sucked.
and the technology was not good, right? Let's keep it a buck.
No, it sucked.
Right. So that
it was whack.
Y'all do it too much.
I'd rather play Tetris.
All right.
I mean, listen, there's still. I tried to play Infamous the other day. I said, let me throw it on and see what's good. Mind you, I have a PS3.
Yeah.
But I was like, let me try this. On my gigabit connection, it was like, nah. It's a nah. You can't play it. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
So they're not even using the Microsoft infrastructure yet. They're not really using Azure yet. You know.
Shout out to Post Up. Sony brought Gaikai and online. Yeah, they were first. Like, that's my thing. So it's like King said it best. CMA, who are we serving here? This is really your job. Their job is to protect the people, right? If you're giving the people that don't, let's just look at a Call of Duty, since everyone's so focused on Call of Duty, and you're telling a person that's a consumer, keep things the way they are now, right? The way Sony can have it. Or if you're a consumer, if you have a Switch or you have Game Pass, you have all these options to get it. One being pretty much the $15 a month, and the other on a platform that you didn't really have it on, and the other on Azure, potentially on PC or a mobile device. Which scenario is better for you, option-wise, as a consumer? It's obvious. It's the second one. So who are we serving here? And that's the thing. But honestly, I think this is still posturing. It's strong posturing. You know what I'm saying? But we will see. I
want to see the paper trail.
Yeah, because the dirt will come out. Now, I will say on both sides, the dirt will come out. Now, the vibe I get is Microsoft's willing to go there, and I don't know if Sony's willing to go there, only because then, think about this. Attic said it best. We didn't know about remember the Fortnite situation unveiled a lot with the Epic thing, and it unveiled that Sony actually demands them to get paid for the privilege of having cross-play for PlayStation involved. And these are the deals and things and the money we're going to see come out. So who's willing to blink on this? In my opinion, it's best for both to resolve this, because it could get dirty. And I know who money long, and I know who lawyers is crazy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that.
Can I address something real quick?
Yeah,
in the chat?
please.
I see people bring up that I guess some people are coming over from TikTok. There's a reason there's no sound on TikTok. Because we want you in the chat.
Shout out to Lord TikTok. You want to hear? You want to hear? Get over here. That's
people
my
says
man.
TikTok has no sound. Hope you guys know that. Like,
yo, he
doesn't
know,
have
he
sound.
Shout out to our TikTok.
It says everything on the screen that you guys need to know. Like,
Yo, Atticus is savage.
and look
Love
at
so
you,
much,
John. You in the chat. Like,
Salute to you for coming over. Now, real talk. Salute to our TikTokers. You know what I'm saying? See y'all over here.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, no doubt. But that's all I got on it because I know we got a little abbreviated show. Anything else with y'all? Y'all good? Solve
Yes,
the
sir.
chat. Moving on.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
Let me talk something real quick, man.
Okay,
It's not related to that.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that Halloween Ends is the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire
don't
life.
blow it up.
Don't
Don't
blow
blow
it
it
up,
up.
don't blow it up.
Don't blow it up.
Don't
Don't
blow it
blow
up.
it up.
Did you watch it, son?
I watched it.
Don't blow it up. Don't blow it
Shout
up.
out,
Don't blow it up.
shout out to the homie Jimmy Champagne. He is
Oh,
the
yeah,
Halloween
shout out to Jimmy.
aficionado. I saw his spoiler-free review and then his spoiler review. I love his optimism, but I can't. Jimmy. I can't, bro.
It is literally.
I feel sorry for Michael Myers.
It is.
I feel sorry. No, I don't care about Michael Myers. He got a bag to do that. I feel sorry for me. I sat there for 2 hours in that. Like, man, I'm sitting here watching. It's like, it got to get better.
Cool.
It got to get better. And then the credits spawned up. I'm like, it ain't get better.
That is my favorite boogeyman, and they did him dirty.
I heard. That's what I heard. What's up?
Literally, it was the worst. Like
the first
King.
kill is the best. It's the best.
No, it is. That was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like,
King.
oh, wow.
King. So just think about the worst possible way they could have ended that movie, and it's not that. It's worse.
All right. I got to hit time with my lords because I got an hour on my play. So, super chats, please.
Yeah, hold on a second. Necromancer Zale. I might have read this, but member for 12 months. Here's to another great show, Lords, and thanks for the pillow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Look at that Valeri. Let's go.
Sure.
Then we got Bounty, member for 1 year, $5 super chat. Enough respect, King. Tell him for them shut up them blood clot mouth and make a next man eat.
Whoa!
Thank you.
Rude
Thank
boy.
you so much,
Easy,
man.
rude boy.
Thank
I
you.
know what all that
Thank
means.
you, Bunty. Yes, for sure.
Careful we don't get demonetized. I know what you're saying.
I said it real fast.
What? It's crazy.
There we got Spartan Go 17, £2 super chat. We rolling into the CMA HQ with Tommy Shelby F. This. Then we got Donna Taco $5 super chat. They don't focus on the cloud dominance aspect because that doesn't concern Sony, but COD does. Like I said it last week though. That is just a dumb argument. The COD argument is a dumb argument, and I tend to agree with COD.
Everything is a Doug argument.
Yeah. I tend to agree that it's just you trying to get as many concessions as possible when it comes to that game. But beyond that,
I'm sorry. I think it's just a matter of perspective. For us, the consumers, it's a dumb argument. But for Jim, Dance Move Ryan's over there trying to get this deal
Jim
canceled.
is playing his strongest hand right now. Yeah, this is what he's doing. I go first.
This
but
man
is it
plays
his
chess.
strongest
He
hand?
really
Is it like is COD really the strongest hand? This is the thing.
But it's if you got people
I saw
in the building.
I saw a YouTube video that said that they make more money off of Call of Duty every year.
Yeah, that money's
That's
too much.
all of their
Facts.
exclusives combined.
I heard that. Hey, I think that's what I said. If the dirt comes out and this goes across, we are going to see, because Microsoft will be first to pull up the books on how much they really benefited for that being on that. It going to get dirty.
Yeah.
Yo.
What's up? On both sides. What's up?
All of this, like all the Call of Duty revenue is more than the exclusives, right?
Guess what? How does that positively affect the consumer? Not at all.
Where we going? Where we going?
This is how you fold them in one fell swoop. When this deal go through, you have made so much bad karma around you guys. You should have just shut up. You should have just took the deal. But once this is removed, that you don't have any triple A's that can fill that bank back up, gonna starve you out and gonna wait you out.
I don't even.
And they got enough money to take the loss. So they don't need your money. They don't need it. And they're going to starve you out. And they're going to
I think their biggest concern is not in the near future. I think they're like, look, after a couple years of COD being in Game Pass every year,
long term.
how much more of the market are we going to start losing? I think that's their concern.
I honestly think that's a legit concern.
or closure.
I think that's their strong. Like, because I tell people long term, I will give Jim this, and I said this on Define and Duke. The argument I think he has is that Microsoft could say, yeah, we extend it for whatever 2027 or whatever, right? But
it's going to be in Game Pass every one of those years.
right. And then the next console generation, let's just say there's a bad situation on the re-up, King. And they be like,
no re-up.
But let's just say.
We're going to go in another direction.
Yeah, exactly. That is a thing that could happen. We have to.
Yo, they could do so many things. They could be like, yeah, so all the Call of Duty games that are going to other platforms are going to be turn-based strategy games.
Yeah,
and the shooters are going to stay on Xbox Game Pass.
And if you want that real, what's that main vein?
That organic. You want that organic.
And you got to come over the game. And that is the fear. That like King, you always said it. The lights could be turned off.
Don't switch the lights off.
And in fairness, they want concessions on that. Now, the thing I don't agree is, all of, that's what I don't agree, but the things I think they're being extra with, the features, this, that, when clearly, if you look at the red tape, do you see all the Call of Duty exclusive stuff that's coming out right now? It just doesn't look, it looks bad for the optics as far as what PlayStation has done in the past with this franchise and how they've moved comparison to what they're demanding Xbox to is kind of funny to me. Good.
I think that, most likely Jim's trying to put a lot of pressure on social media, a lot of pressure in the media, a lot of pressure at the, the whatever their initials are, so that Microsoft eventually sends that. Okay, let's talk. Well, what's it gonna take?
What's it gonna take?
To go through?
And
all he's doing is arming his dimwits. There's a bunch of dimwits out here that think Sony's actually making sense, and they're fighting for it. Yeah, we want to pay more. We like being dominated.
All right, so we probably do need to move on.
We got to move on. We got to move on. We ain't got to get
it.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Yeah.
Get the super chats out.
Hold on a second. We got free R. Kelly, $5 super chat. Kang, Microsoft came. They got no backbone. Sony owns Microsoft leases.
It's such a shame that you're a part of that group, Kels. But seeing where you currently are and you're residing, it does kind of make sense.
Well, the thing,
lights out, Kels.
Lights out.
Lights out.
The thing is they got this much money on the line. They have to make. They have to stand like they have to move in a room full of snakes.
No doubt.
You're gonna get bit all the way through the door.
And we got Dodo Taku, $5 super chat. We got to throw in the topic talking about the head of Obsidian saying that they'll be looking at Fallout as one of their next projects if they can.
Shout out to Furco, shout out to the Black Rock. Yes, that was huge. That's
interesting.
New news.
I actually made a video about that, saying that they should do that.
Shout out to Mystic Batty Plays and Jazz. They started moving. I think it's going to happen now. For Obsidian to say, because I'll be honest, I think that was the last hope because Bethesda don't seem like they're interested with Starfield and then Elder Scrolls afterwards. But,
it's not that they're not interested. I don't think they have the time.
Correct.
I honestly feel like what I keep saying is going to happen. There's going to be a co-development between Bethesda and Obsidian where both studios are making Fallout 4.
And shout out to Matty. They think even making he called it Vault Studios. You get their heads, and because there's no way, there's too much money for everybody to lose out with no Fallout this generation. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Then we got Hector the Macho Man, $5 super chat. If my next girlfriend isn't as loyal as Chris Hart is to PlayStation, I don't want her.
Whoa.
Facts.
Then we have the king of TikTok don't play. Show up on YouTube.
Pull up. You can't hear it? Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. But over here, though.
But over here, you can
hear it.
Salute. That's Mike Biz. He's a gangster.
That's it. We caught up.
All right, no doubt. Let's get
No, we not.
We not? Oh, Kels. Yeah, Kels came.
I got Kels. I read Kels.
No, he can't
another
again.
Kels. Oh,
I mean,
Phil said we buy COD. It ain't coming to Sony, Jim. And Jim said, yeah, you're not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Jim was literally on saying, Phil said he's going to take our toy away after 3 years. So You know, hey,
Okay.
but appreciate your ramen noodles money for the
There's
month.
nothing I can say. He's so delusional. I don't know what he's on.
We
But
do
all I can
appreciate
tell him is God bless.
we do appreciate your $5. You know, I know you usually spend that on ramen at the commissary.
Yeah, I do
We
my man
appreciate
dirty.
that.
Shout out to Kels though. He outside. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Let's get into it. It's the Hot White Addict. It's your topic. You want me to set it up or you good?
You know what? I'll set it up.
Go ahead. You set it up.
So the character that plays Bayonetta, she came out on Twitter yesterday. This actually pretty much right off the press. The person who is, well, we'll get to that in a second. So she came out and pretty much said that she was only offered $4,000 US, and that's important because clearly we're not the only currency in the world. They only offered $4,000 for the role of Bayonetta. And keep in mind, I've never played a Bayonetta. I don't particularly like those like corridor games where you kill people, you move to another section. These magical walls pop up, you kill more people, you move to another section. I'm
You
not
mean like God of War?
fan of
Like
those.
that. Oh damn.
I mean, see, but I feel like God of War has an
Get it
enticing
without the
story
walls,
to keep me up. Yeah. Well, no, it matters though. That's why I'm not like, I like Devil May Cry for the lore. I don't like it for this for the gameplay. It's just how it is. And they offer her $4,000 to voice act an entire game. And I don't know how much dialogue's in Bayonetta. Is there a lot of dialogue? I've never played a Bayonetta.
It's enough. I mean, her voice is iconic, and what I mean by that is, like, I'm not saying that it's the greatest voice ever, whatever, but when you hear Bayonetta speak, you know it's Bayonetta, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know the details, but this doesn't sound good. None of this seems
There's
good
some
at all.
additional context because before it came out, Platinum had made an initial statement stating that that various overlapping circumstances made it difficult for HelenaTaylor, that's who's boycotted, to reprise her role. We held auditions to cast the new voice of Bayonetta and offered the role to Jennifer Hale, whom we felt was a good match for the character. I understand the concern, and this is, to your point, Addict, now she's disputing this. Helena's saying that that's not the case. I
will say one thing. We don't know at both sides of the
That
story.
is correct.
For the most part, we just know hers. She is coming out very vocally. Like most people don't come out this open and this vocal unless they feel like they got proof. They got receipts.
And she's
no receipts.
She's breaking
NDA.
Yeah. That's how strongly she feels about this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I guess for the most part, you know, I'm going to always resort to this. Is like, if she is telling the truth 100% in her side of the story and she's not leaving nothing out that would make her look bad in this, especially time consent. Like she said that there was no time consent. She had nothing but time. So if she's 100% in this, man, I'm gonna have to jump on it, man. First off, it's easy to boycott, so I'm gonna go play.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
3. But you know what? I think I'm a boycott the game. I ain't gonna buy. But I do it like, look, there's been issues with voice acting for years in the gaming industry. Yeah. And I'm 100% first off, I don't think it was entirely Platinum. I do think that Nintendo had something to do with it too. Platinum probably made the final decision to not give her more money, but Nintendo probably did. Nintendo probably short-shotted them as much as money it would take to make a Bayonetta. So maybe they didn't fully fund it. That's just speculation going on there. But it's just like, if they're truly doing this, someone's playing the music in the background.
Yeah, something.
I hear us in the background. I don't know, but if they are truly trying to give this woman $4,000 to play Bayonetta, boycott the game. I'm sorry. Like, at this point, like, you know, it's one thing to boycott something for the consumers. It's another thing. We got to boycott something for the people that actually make the art that we play, man. Like,
y'all gonna like the poll. Continue.
So real quick. So in her own statement, she says this as well. She says the final offer to do the whole game as a buyout, flat rate was $4,000 USD. So again, what I gleaned from that language is that this was they already wanted this to be her last game. Whether they're going to continue Bayonetta or not, it seemed like they were going to move in another different direction, and they wanted this to be her last game anyway, right? So that kind of indicates, it's an indicator to me that it was like, well, you purposely sort of disrespect her to force her to leave, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Because again, I don't know what she meant by this in this language, but me reading it feels like, hey, they told her this is going to be the last game, or this is going to be the last game with you in it. Here's what we're going to pay you.
Maybe there was issues in Bayonetta 2. You know, maybe there was conflicting interests. I don't know.
She's been doing
like,
it a
here's
long
the thing.
time, from my understanding. She's for the very beginning.
And people in the chat, they say she didn't take the job. Enough said, look, I wouldn't take the job either. But to sit there and try to give you $4,000 to do a role, first off, this woman went out there. She got some, man. She went out there and said, yeah, it made this much money. She wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, she definitely broke. Yeah,
it said made like what $450 million for both of them. For everything they've done on Bayonetta. So it's just like they clearly had the bread. And it's like I said, a lot of that is people don't understand the way this generally works. A publisher most of the time funds the entire game unless there's like Kickstarter going on. But most of the time it is the publisher funding the game. That's why I'm saying, you know, that money's irrelevant to the matter because the publisher paid, but well, you know, there's a lot of stuff going to the actual developer. Usually code shaunts these, they try to get the game funded, then they get the game funded. Maybe Platinum didn't ask for enough money to actually fund the game properly, and they're trying to cut certain things in the game to be able to properly fund the game. And maybe her actual you know, what she would normally make was part of it, but it's just like.
But the thing is, then you hired Jennifer Hale. You didn't hire just anybody. You ain't hire Calvin. You hired
maybe Jennifer took that 4G.
And now let's get to the other part of the issue, which I was going to bring up too, which is this is a bit very controversial because she basically let me quote it because I don't want to misquote it because this is the part that some people are distanced themselves from her side. And they said, Taylor then spoke about Hale replacing her, saying that she wishes her all the best, but she has no right to say she is Bayonetta. They now have a new girl voicing her over, and I love actors, and I wish her all the joy in the world and all the jobs, but she has no right. She has no right to sign merchandise as Bayonetta any more than I have the right to sign as Eva Green, even though I was her parent in Golden Compass. That portrayal is hers and hers alone. And then she said they'll probably try to do a spinoff with Jean, but don't buy that either. So she's kind of upset that Jennifer Hale took the job, you know, and
to look, you could sit there and say don't boycott something because you didn't get a paycheck, but to say don't boycott something with another actor going forward, going forward, I do feel like that might be a little bit out of like you shouldn't say something like that.
There's too much ownership that she's trying to sort of exude over the actor, over the character.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Bayonetta, one of the biggest appeals to people is that voice.
Yeah, that voice.
Yeah.
So she does got a little bit of point. It's like, could you have done this without me?
But at the same point, but this is the thing, right? End of the day, she made the decision not to take it, right? Did you? No, I get it. But what did you expect to happen? Them shutting down the game because you didn't take it?
Can I say one last thing?
She tried to call their bluff.
I got
you.
She
tried to get more money.
But
That's what happened.
We don't know for sure that the same bag was offered. What if Jennifer Hale, because of her status,
got a bigger bag?
I mean, what happens if this wasn't about
almost
the money?
guaranteed she got a bigger bag?
Because of Jennifer.
What about if this wasn't about the money? It was about getting her out of the project.
Right. What if this was a slow? Go ahead, King. I know you're ready. You've been patient.
Yeah. It's just the fact that everything that indicates from looking at it, right? You don't offer the same budget that you gave her the first time and the second time. You don't offer those two budgets.
They don't get no residuals though, King.
But you came. You didn't offer her the same salary because she wasn't screaming the first time, right? Wasn't screaming the second time. But the third time it comes up right now, now you lowball her. So that means that her salary before was greater than, right? Because she would have said something before.
I don't know.
Right? I don't obviously, I really don't think her salary before was $4,000 before, right? So we have to assume from what's laid in front of us, because she wouldn't have made a stink. If this was the same salary that she was getting for the other two games, she wouldn't have made it a stink here because it would have been common.
To be fair, though, wouldn't you assume if the game's getting more traction, more popularity, it's getting more money, getting more budget, you would expect you can't good example. Iron Man, Johnny Depp, not Johnny Depp, Robert Downey Jr. Do you think he made the same amount he made an Iron Man that he made an Iron Man 3? No, I think that probably doubled.
Well, the difference is,
they
and remember, the
gave
original
them-
Bayonetta was across all platforms, whereas
Right.
2 and 3 are exclusive to Nintendo, right?
They gave him a set amount, and it went that way, right? He is the face. He's the face. She's the voice, not the face. There's
Yeah, you got a
difference,
point there. There's
all
a
right,
difference
she's the
between a
voice,
and a
not the face. You can easily change out a voice.
But people didn't like when they changed Snake. Remember they changed.
No, they
Tifa?
didn't. They see people.
hate it.
People
don't
are
be liking
tied
that.
to like Ironside and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it was-
When it comes to their, like, you know, let's
Sam
say
Fisher?
Master Chief or whoever,
Mhm.
whoever
If they-
does these.
let's say they
voices.
remove Master Chief and that what's my man
Right.
Downs.
Yeah, so
I think
you
we
get
need to
attached
start
these
getting more
characters, right?
actors and actresses on this show
I
to
agree.
just actually break down what
Yeah,
it's like.
we
to
definitely
be
got to do that.
But
Continue,
the
Keegan.
problem is,
Mm-hmm.
this offer is not adequate.
Mm.
This is a non-adequate situation, folks. This is
This is
a
a
real
legit
non-adequate
non-adequate.
situation.
It's legit, yeah.
All right. So, you know, when she's telling you that financially she's looking at ruin here, what are you going to sue her for? To close on her back? Because
Oh,
she doesn't
she
have
said
enough
that.
money to put gas in her car.
That was
And
crazy.
and
Is that
then
what she
she's
said?
saying-
Yeah, she said that.
She
Yes,
said,
she did.
and I quote, no, King is right. She said, hold on, let me get the bars. She was like, understand it's a thing. And she was like, as far as the okay, fat cats cream off the top and leave us the rotten crumbs. And then she goes, I quote, I'm not afraid of the non-disclosure agreement. I can't afford to run a car. What are they going to do? Take my clothes? Good luck to them. Bayonetta always stands up for them with less power and stands up for what's right. And in doing this, you stand with her. She
I don't
on
know,
it.
man. I'm sure that NDA is going to be enforced by
Yeah,
Nintendo.
it's
They
gonna be
will take
enforced,
your
but at the end of the day, she's the little woman fighting.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't own the character,
Yep.
right? So they get to do with the character what they want, but they brought her into a free cast and she won the spot again, right? You won the spot, but then you got lowball. So that means all the people they called in, they tried to get rid of her. All the people they called in, she won the spot again. Boom. Haha. Now you send a lowball offer. I would like to see the comparison offer to the person that has the role now. But this is where the salt comes in, and I think this is where she just should have just not dipped into this toe. The other girl don't have the right for this.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
That
Yeah.
didn't sound good.
That didn't come off
Right,
right.
and I would have just cut a mic off right before.
Yeah, everything was good.
Right, yeah, you was good.
Yeah.
And okay, so I say support all actors. All right, sometimes
It's kind of
you're
it's kind
not
of
gonna
contradictory
like
to say
exactly
support
what's
all
gonna
actors.
happen at your
Yeah.
job, right? If you get fired from your job and the next guy comes in and he's making a little bit more, a little bit less, or whatever, you're not gonna like them person taking over something that you felt that you created.
Can someone let me look up right now? I'm gonna look up what the average salary is for these voice acting roles.
But
We got to look at
this-
that. And just for clarity, there is a union already involved. That
Yeah.
Hale of them are part of it. They have a, from my understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna work itself out. But the scary part about it is when he sent the letter back and he said, "Oh, it was some of the greatest times meeting you, and you were right for the character. You were this and you were that," and then you send back the lowball offer,
All right, so
and she
this
felt
is-
that was disingenuous. She thought it was disrespectful. And I understand it, and I know that you know the basic budget of the game. She thought that she was going to get a little bit more. I don't know what happened from point A to point B, but she put the business out there, and it's up to these dudes to either rebuff it,
Right.
or show some financials in the reason and why.
So
ahead.
here's what it says on on Google. I can only Google it. Experienced video game actresses/actresses will receive $200 to $350 an hour, or $50 to $200 per 100 words for their video game acting. Novice voice actor, they get between $1 to $5 per 100 words. So she's clearly a vet. And she made $200 to she was supposed to make $200 to $350 an hour according to Google. So I mean,
it's gonna take you above $4,000 easily.
yeah.
For
So
recording
to me,
voice.
to me, it felt like they wanted her out, not
Out.
necessarily about
Right.
the money.
And in fairness, because again, the only thing I will say is we don't know the full story. I just want to present a scenario. I'm not saying this is true. what if she was difficult to work with?
That's possible.
What if?
I mean, people
what if-
said that about like Wesley Snipes with Blade. They
Right.
didn't like working
What
with
if-
him either.
what
And
if
he got his butt out of there.
this was like, you know, how like, the people try to soft fire you, like soft kind of get you out.
This is why I'm not for handling people with baby gloves and diplomacy all the time. If you had been straight up with her and told her, look, we don't want you on this anymore. This is what we're willing to give you. Take it or leave it.
Right.
Then it would have been clear. And you signed the NDA or you don't. And then you complain about it online or you don't. But it was made clear to you that we no longer want you on this project. And that's it. See, if they tried to treat her with baby gloves, it'd be like, yeah, we love the fact that, you know, the work you've done and this, that, and the other. And then you lowball her and don't tell her why you lowball her.
Right.
This is what happens.
Because the statement they made was due to various overlapping circumstances. That's what Platinum said. That made it
Which
difficult.
she denied.
And then, she did not. She's saying that's BS. She's saying that's not what happened. This is going to come out. Now, the question I got for y'all is, y'all know how Nintendo play in these legal streets.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I get that she says but Nintendo literally taking people to court, taking everything they made off the money and say, you give us every penny you make for the next 15 years.
My question to y'all, do you think Nintendo Platinum make a statement on the comeback on this one?
I don't think Nintendo takes her because right now it would be very bad on Nintendo. Right now I feel like Platinum's getting the majority of the work for this.
Yeah, they get smoked.
But if Nintendo steps in, look, I'm gonna say this, okay? There's certain streets on Twitter you don't come across, and she has got those streets very wild up right now. And the last thing you want is, it's like Nintendo is like, they're behind. Okay, you know, Platinum, they're pushing Platinum more and more. Okay, you taking the moment Nintendo comes out there and say, because at that point when she's getting sued, she's definitely going to go out there on Twitter and say it. Then all the spotlight going to come straight off of what's his name, Konami or
Kamiya?
Kamiya. It's going to go straight from Kamiya to Nintendo, and I don't think Nintendo wants that.
Right.
They'll probably let her run wild with these.
Now, but here's the thing, and as a result of that, if she's in that spotlight, can she theoretically get another job? Because other companies may say, well, look, you know, can we, you know what I mean? Like when you go public and it's a courageous aspect because it's one aspect that, you willing to fight and die on this, right? Then there's the other aspect, but because you're willing to do that, companies may say, she may be a risk. I don't know if we want that heat right now of hiring a person like this because she may put our business out. So there's two sides to it. And I'm just curious where y'all stand with that aspect. Being that she's
she just blackballed herself, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason. Maybe then people in the chat, they make a good point. Nintendo usually don't care who they offend. They go after anyone that they feel offended by. Her breaking NDA to this degree is probably different than people stealing Nintendo's property. Maybe if anything, this might get her a check on the outside just to have her shut up on social medias. But King's right. She probably blackballed herself from certain people.
Is the other aspect. Her video got more views than the actual trailers for the game. Like, I heard her videos. She made TMZ, King.
People want to know what's going on. We love Bayonetta, right? That's no lie. And the fact that the little person is in a position of being crushed by the wheel, right? We don't ever see that. We always think that, we always hope that these companies treat the small guy, and we know the small guy is the voice actor, right? Really, when you go in there, small guy is the voice actor. They go in there and they give life to the character. And we fall in love with that life of the character.
Right.
Now that we hear that this is happening, and the most shocking part was the $4,000. I think that was the most shocking part. And then she has to say US dollars. That's
it wasn't
like rupees or something. It was US
Well, most of the time and most of the places in the world, our money's going to mean more there anyway. But it's just like, it's just crazy that they offered her 4,000. That's why I kind of think this is like, look, if you coming over here working on Bayonetta, and maybe she is hard to work with, and their mindset's like, and we have to work with you again, you coming over here for dirt cheap labor, or you could go find somewhere else to work. And that's why I agree with Solve. If that was your issue and maybe she wasn't easy to work with, you should have just said that so she would have walked away.
Yeah. Now the last question, we move on. The big thing is she's telling the community, boycott this game. Boycott Bayonetta 3. And I'm seeing mixed, thing. I'm seeing people saying, yo, we riding.
Ain't nobody
talent.
Boycotting Bayonetta 3. There ain't nothing to play on Nintendo. You think they're going to boycott one of the only games they got to play?
Don't do that. So the thing is, some people are like, yo, we got to take a stance. Like, yo, like the talent for the games that we love, we got to ride. And then other people be like, saying, yo, y'all going to love the poll. Like, yo, like, she's one person. Why are we going to penalize the rest of the studio? Where did the Lord stand? Let's start with you, Attic. I think you made yourself clear.
I think if she is justified and she has 100% receipts proving stuff, she don't have to say it. But as long as we know what's going on is genuine, as long as she's genuine in the stuff she's saying, caught the game. But if there's stuff that she's not telling us, that she refused to work certain days, or she refused to do this, or she made them do certain of her voice acting over the phone or over the internet, besides the pandemic reasons, then it's just like, okay, then buy the game because it's on her, it's not on them.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's easy to go off one statement someone says on Twitter. Apparently people in the chat said he said that she's lying about certain
Kanye was like, Kanye
made.
threw a dart. He threw a subliminal. Before he got blocked, he threw a subliminal like.
We got blocked.
Yeah, before he got blocked up out of there. Kanye, I interviewed you. Why'd you block me, fam? I never even added you. I just noticed I was blocked. Kanye, what's up? I was there. What the hell? Anyway.
It's a gray area.
Blocked?
Kanye
got me up out of there. I'm like, bro, I interviewed you. Yes, I never tweeted the man once. I was like, yo.
I've never even talked to him.
Yeah.
I might be blocked.
He
I don't know. He deleted his Twitter.
He deleted his Twitter.
But it's just like at this point, it's a gray area. It's a very hard area to run around because it's like, do we believe this individual everything 100% she said, or do we sit in the middle area? And then there's that one thing like, do we punish a studio for the actions of one person?
Right, that's the question.
Right.
It's a hard thing, but at the same time, are we ever going to get to a better situation with voice actors if we don't stand with the voice actors?
Bars. So, the boycott movement, what's your thoughts on it? She's very adamant.
She's very adamant, but the thing about it is, it's like, I would have felt better about it if she came out and she said her piece about her situation, and then she had, if she had understanding and issues with other parts of the development process that maybe they were, people in lower positions not getting their just due, and maybe it would have come off better if she had mentioned that stuff as well. Because just saying this and boycott the entire game because they lowballed me. It sounds a little.
That's the only thing that she said.
It sounds selfish, even though, like, again, 100%. I agree that if that was the case and everything is true about that situation, she had every right not to take it. She should not have taken that deal, and she was well within her rights. Now, to say that because of this injustice done to me, the whole project has to suffer for it without her pointing to other issues that might have happened during the development process, with obviously QA people probably not getting treated well, especially coming out of Nintendo. We've heard about how QA people in Nintendo and whatchamacallit, and contract workers at Nintendo, like, they don't have access to certain buildings. They don't have.
Let me say something real quick, Saul. I find it interesting that she didn't like attack the situation of, okay, if you got paid that, you shouldn't have done that. She attacked her doing the role in general. That's not your role. That's my role. It seemed like a bitter.
It seemed very salty. It was very salty. So to me, is it something that we should be discussed? Everything that's going on right now that is trending and everybody's talking about it and there's discourse around it and it should be addressed. Yes. Should the whole game suffer for it? Nah.
No, what about?
So I said it's a gray area, man.
One last
it's hard
point
to find out.
King. So, what about? Let's just say hypothetically, everything she said is true, and what if voice actors, just say theoretically, have never been able to get a bigger bag, and this is like a industry plaguing issue. And
If
what about that?
It
Yeah.
clearly is, though, because she's not the
but this is
only
the
one
thing.
that speaks.
But this is the thing, right? If her speaking had impulsed God knows how many voice actors coming out and saying, "Hey, yeah, well, this is what happens," and all of these people backing her up.
Right.
This is the problem that I see. I don't like the industry, and by the industry I mean people like us or whatchamacallit, the press, soapboxing issues that the people that are affected by them aren't arguing. I've always you know, when we could go back talking about Gamergate and all this stuff.
But
so you imply, I got you.
Just to push back a little bit. Now, if you look at other people that are trying to make it in this industry, they're scared to say anything because they don't want to get blacklisted. Right. Nintendo's a big company. They make multiple games a year.
I hear you.
Do you think it's that's what I'm saying? This is not like a simple. This is a gray area.
It's a super gray area.
I think a lot of the reasons that you see a lot of these other people not saying nothing because they look. This is true. 100% she's saying it's true. But is it worth me publicly speaking against it so I get in the same situation she's in? Like,
there is power in numbers. And the only way it's really going to change is if the people who it affects make the change. I don't care how many times Jason Schreier comes out and complains about something that somebody's told him. It does not have the same effect as somebody who it happened to coming out and standing on the soapbox and saying, "This is me, this is my name, this is what I've done, and this is what's happened to me." I'm sorry, I'm not about that. I can't be about that.
This is what she should do then. She should have that mentality of like when people go on strike. It's like you can't shut us all up and get as many as their friends and get their friends and their friends to all come together.
Like, yo, I gotta keep my lights on. I got a car too that I'm trying to keep on.
I'm trying to keep on.
I can't get out there and do it.
That's why strikes are hard to do in general. It's hard to convince people to not look at their own self-worth over the self-worth that could be. Because we don't know if that could even fix anything.
Right. And this is the thing, right? She's already part of a union, right? That apparently has made no comment on this. Not that I know of that they made a comment on this, right? So the thing about it is, because she only focused on her situation, and because of the saltiness at the end of it, where it really feels like she feels like she has ownership over this and nobody else should have it. The whole idea of boycotting the game because of just her without any other context that she could have brought in, it feels selfish. And again, I feel for her, and I think she did the right thing for her. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the game being affected, I don't think they go together. I really don't. I really don't.
Fair enough. Now
it's like I said, I don't really have an opinion on the matter. It's just such a gray area.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm okay.
But the thing you brought up, Cog, is really I feel strongly about it because I've seen it. We've been seeing it, right, with these big these political issues that seep into the gaming space, right? Where it's like a journalist will talk about it, an outlet will talk about it, and all of a sudden the outlet, all the outlets have opinions on it, right? But the people that it's affecting stay super quiet. And it's like, if it's so affecting so many people, I mean, look what happened. Look what happened with Activision Blizzard. What happened with all like, if people come out and say, "Hey, this is objectively bad," the industry has no option but to listen because it's going to come back in on itself. So.
Flames telling Cog not to hug.
Why you don't like that? I love my Valeri like that. I'm very in tune with the conversation. I'm comfortable. But I see what you're saying.
Like that, Flame?
Hold on, let me put it on static. Hold on, that's crazy. Valeri.
That's dirty. That's dirty.
But look, link in the description. Go hit that at the top. But I was gonna say is I do see your point though in reference to, I don't want to call it moral grandstanding, but where. If people buy the game, then they are automatically vilified that they should have boycotted and that they have no
I don't agree
morals.
with that.
I am seeing that and that part.
No, see, here we go.
Yeah, that's the part I think Solve's argument is very strong.
I feel it's not even that. I feel like if people want to buy the game, it's not their business to maintain her business relationships. All that anger and frustration should be aimed towards Nintendo, should be aimed towards platinum because they did it, or the ones that agreed to sign her on the amount that she had. Don't blame the consumer for consuming. I'm sorry.
Hold on, IMAX. I'm gonna put you on blast just because I mean I hope what you say is true. So he says he's in the CWA. This is correct. 2 low-level employees are scared to strike. We went on strike a few years ago for 4 days. We got bigger crumbs than the fourth officer. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know that industry. And shout out to, I believe, Alexander. You know, we're gonna reach out. Attic made a good point. We're gonna reach out to voice actors, you know, and try to get some more.
Someone put
here.
some.
What's up?
So put in the chat. You know, put in the chat who you guys as voice acting would like to come.
Yeah,
on
we'll
the
try.
show.
We'll probably reach out to her as well, and some others. I want to shout out my man Fonz. He's, you know, he has voice actors on. I believe he had the voice actor Ghost of Tsushima.
We need to talk to BitCloud too.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We can do that.
Get these emails.
Yeah, this is a subject we don't know a lot about, and I want to be clear. But to your point, Attic, and I'll give it to you, King. It's just that I want to be careful until more information comes out. I don't want to take everything as verbatim, but anyway, King, you go. I'll let you end it up. Oh, damn, King, not the fraud alert.
We about to get canceled.
Oh, we about to get canceled now. What we doing, King? What we doing?
I got to call fraud on myself.
Okay, we're not getting canceled.
Continue.
Continue.
Do
The
tell.
fact of the matter was, I was boycotting the game before this even happened.
Why would you boycott the game?
Because I felt that they was covering up Bayonetta. You know, I thought
with the
she
situation.
was she was less revealing in her character design, and the new character design that was, you know, strictly Nintendo. And I thought Nintendo made a couple of calls that, you know, covered up her assets.
Yes, assets were definitely not revealed.
Now I can't sit here and act like, you know, hey man, just because one person stepped up and
not the snitching, King.
came out and said what was going on behind closed doors.
Come
You
on.
know, I can't sit there and say this is my reason. That's not my reason. My reason is purely my reasons, and my reasons only for the reasons why I was not purchasing said game until they give different character skins. But this part right here, she said legally, they were in line with doing what they were justified for doing whatever they did. Legally, I want y'all to hear that part. They made an offer to her legally, and she declined. That's the end of the relationship.
Right.
They give you an offer, you decline said offer.
Right.
No harm, no foul. You felt that they owed you something because you were a staple, or you helped build up something. Just because you helped build up something don't give you ownership of said thing. They own IP, they own likeness, they own everything. They even own the ability to change the voice if they're not comfortable with you. I don't think this is the battle that you can win. And on that hill, other people are not going to look up at you and say that you can win this battle, because at the same time, you have said to boycott the game from another voice actor getting the job that accepted whatever offer they gave. Right? So what was inadequate to you was adequate to someone else.
But we don't know what they got, though.
We don't know that, but what we do know is she took the job.
Right. Yes.
And they gave her what they felt that she was worth.
Yes.
So again, this is one person's issue. I don't want to sound heartless in this, but they gave you a contract, you declined the contract, now you made the situation public.
Right.
Okay, so you deal with it from that point. But to have people rally behind you to say a game that they were waiting for so long, to boycott the game because you felt that the offer that they offered you was inadequate.
Right.
I think that's a little bit stretching it. People are going to either side with you or they're not.
Right.
And I hope that you get a lot of people to rally behind you. Like Sovereign says, I would rather the people in your industry that this is affecting, for you to galvanize that group and for that group to go forth and fight with you, your peers, your people. But you're asking people that are not your peers, that are just consumers, to step away from something that they're very passionate about. I don't think you're gonna win that battle, but get your the people that you're working with, those people that are inside those rooms sometimes. I know you can do it remotely now, but get your groups, get your illustrious team together and go and fight on that hill and fight for more economic fairness when it comes to that.
No doubt. I'm going to just read her final statement just to make sure we're clear with what she said. She said, and what did they think this was worth? Them meaning Platinum, Nintendo, whatever. What did they offer to pay me? The final offer to do the whole game as a buyout flat rate was $4,000 US. This is an insult to me. The amount of time I took to work on my talent and everything that I have given to this game and to the fans. I'm asking the fans to boycott this game and instead spend the money that you would have spent on this game donating to charity. I don't want the world. I didn't ask for too much. I was just asking for a decent, dignified living wage.
It's kind of crazy. She didn't like vocalize what she asked for either.
She said what they did was legal, but it was immoral.
Yeah,
so that's what she's standing on. So we will try to get more context.
I think what makes this such a big story is it's a character like Bayonetta.
Yes,
with the main character.
Like this is huge. Yeah.
For instance, if like let's say Spider-Man and like MJ's one, she didn't get what she wanted and she left. Any character for that matter, and they weren't the main character. I feel like it would be a different conversation, but because the main character wanted more, I don't know how much money because she didn't say. That's what makes this interesting. Is they said to the main character of Bayonetta, go. Kick rocks. We good.
We got to see. We wait for more information to come out. We will try to, Lords, like Attic said, we will try to get more voice actor talent on the program. Try to get more on this information.
Don't know if it'll be on IOP, but we'll at least do stream.
We'll at least try to figure it out.
To it.
That's what I got. Solve. You got super chat, sir?
Yep. Hold on one sec. So we got. Let me see. I'm gonna roll back a little bit. And then we have the Andrew 13 $2 super chat. Most shocking part is that a Nintendo game has voiceover.
Oh, damn!
Has voice acting.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's not try to comment too much on the super chats. We don't got a lot of time.
Then we have Spartan Ghost.
We'll combine the last two topics also. I figure.
Spartan Ghost 17 £5 super chat. Hideki Kamiya tried saying she was lying with no receipts. He got annihilated in the quote tweets and started blocking people with legitimate questions. Yeah, it wasn't a nice scene, that's for sure.
Crazy.
Then we got THX 1138 $2 super chat. Kojima did the same with Snake voice actor in Metal Gear Solid 5. Yes, we know. Don Otaku $5 super chat. What we're not talking about is why they didn't want her back. It wouldn't be for no reason, especially since Jennifer Hale will always cost more. That's the thing. I don't think Jennifer Hale costs $4,000.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Jennifer Hale is big name. That's a good point.
Hargeet Tani, $10 super chat. Is 4,000 out of the norms? Do voice actors really make that much? Why should a voice actor make more than the many people that actually make the game? She ended her voice acting career with this move. Yeah, it was
debatable. She definitely could have done that.
But as we said, the $4,000 for an actor with her experience is sort of out of pocket. Doesn't sound good. Kadrian Hardy. Oh, hey, Fozzie. What's up, Fozzie? $5 super chat. I think she knows her, and she took the job knowing what the deal was. She's talking about Jennifer Hale, I guess. Then we got David Crossan, member for 6 months, Lord Bronze. Not to mention she's part of a union, and taking a lowball offer like that might impact what other offers voice actors get for their other projects. That's another thing. Again, no comment
I think they
from the
offered
union.
her 4,000 because they know she wouldn't take it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don Taco, $10 super chat. Switch is the only console that went the entire year without going 2 months without a big exclusive. Stop the cap addict. Even without Bayonetta 3, there's Mario plus Rabbids 2 this month. You know he's coming for
Stop the cap addict. Don Taco, if you feel that strong about me playing Nintendo games, that's super chat them. We'll play more Nintendo games.
Oh, hold on.
What?
My screen just
blanked out. Wigged out.
Blank.
Hold up.
Okay, no, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Adney and Grand, $5 super chat. First we got Sam Fisher's voice change, then Solid Snake, and now Bayonetta. What the F? Then we got Spartan Go 17, £2 super chat. Revolution is easy when your bread ain't on the line.
Word.
Yep.
Word.
Yep.
That's real.
Yeah, I get it.
Hey, but again, I was very transparent. I wasn't buying this game from the start.
Well, that's what if it's a game we love. We'll see.
There we go. There we have Jaffe likes big white women.
Oh,
$1
is that
super
really
chat. I don't know.
You can never
that's
tell with
definitely not
Jaffe.
him.
That might be him. What's up, Jaffe? If that's you.
That's
Salute-
it. Just the $1 super chat. Appreciate it, Jaffe.
Salute to
Appreciate
David
that.
Jaffe, the legend. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Then we have slow-mo backslap member for 28 months. Jennifer Hill was the voice of Commander Shepard in Mass Effect Trilogy and Bastila Shan in KOTOR. She ain't taking 4K to be Bayonetta.
Have we ever thought that maybe this is a Jennifer Hell move and not her? Like she actually had friends there that got her that role and they had to push her out because of it.
But once again, why not be honest about it? And you
It's gonna be kind of hard to say, yo, she got friends. We don't want you. We want her. That's a hard conversation.
I'm sorry. If I'm in charge of something, I'm handling you with baby gloves.
Gonna get canceled.
Sorry, trying to end everything.
Yeah, like no,
crazy?
it's just what benefit does it do to me to handle you with baby gloves?
I think what it is though, Saul, is we live in such a sensitive world. I think what it is, Saul, was we live in such a sensitive world. Having a conversation like that might get you canceled.
I don't live in that sensitive world.
Nope.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
Listen, man, how about you be honest with me? That's it. We're caught up.
All right, cool. Let's get to it. The next topic, we'll do a little combo, King, as far as the Xbox, the Keystone.
Let's be out here in 15 minutes.
Yeah, this is all right, Addict. Right here, 15 minutes. Don't be doing that. That was funny as hell. So look, King, I'll set it up. Keystone.
Please do.
Looks like Phil Dominus might have died. Yo, don't do that with the Valeri, son. Nah.
Soft is soft.
I can't. You can't be.
Gives me warm moments.
I can't. Shout out to Phil Dominus, Maximus Aurelius Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Had the shelf of all shelves back in the mix again on Twitter. And the question is, did Xbox tease the Keystone, the rumored cloud gaming console? So it looks like, yeah, again, on their shelf, looks like a very smaller device. You know what I'm saying? This could be the one. Shout out to Chess Gordon, Windows Central, who was one of the first people to report on the existence of this device. And it would be a streaming console, kind of all just much smaller than this. It looks like a series that's much smaller. So that was one of the first news. And then the second news, I'll jump in for me. Obviously, quote unquote, home team Meta and Satya Nadella and Microsoft came out and made a statement in reference to the actual partnership and having a lot of Microsoft products as far as Teams, things like that and that nature, and Office 365 coming to VR. But one of the other bigger aspects of the deal was Xbox Cloud Gaming and that coming to the Quest devices as well. So let's start with King's part first. King, Keystone, where you at with this, man?
Ooh wee! I love it. So when you send the two pincer attacks in the big console, and then you send Little Man is doing so much disruptive stuff in the marketplace. But then we have the troops, the pawns, the little pieces on the boards. Hey, for all you TCL guys, this is for you. Hey, Chris, I saw you tag me in a picture, and I think that was more appropriate for yourself. But again, yeah, this works for you. You got that. What was it called? It was a Fat Boy special, right? So
why is it a Fat Boy
special?
special?
That's what it said. That's exactly what it said. It said Fat Boy special.
Wow.
On the caption, everybody got to go put it up. All right. So, and I find it really weird, but I guess it's because it's in an aisle with the popcorn. Microsoft can actually get a console out. It's a streaming console. No SSD, none of that stuff involved.
None of that stuff.
With a controller for $159. Game Pass. Now, this is for those people that don't have one of those televisions like a Samsung, so talking to you TCL dudes, that has the app on it for Game Pass, right? And now you have this sort of dedicated device that is just built around streaming and giving you the best possible stream that you can get for such a low entry price. This is the disruption in the market that is necessary. This is for those individuals that are sitting on the fence. This is for an economy that is probably bottoming out right now with higher taxes, with higher grocery prices, where entertainment really is few and far between. And you're looking for some form of just a fix to get your gaming on. Maybe you're not into gaming on the highest level as far as a Series X go. And maybe a Series S is not inside your wheelhouse. You got your Switch, you got your PlayStation 5, and you just want to have that little bit of Xbox flavor. Oh, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer knows you like that. And on his shelf. Now, I know you guys is like, y'all reaching, King. I said I was reaching when they showed Kojima with that little cloud situation in his hand.
Everything on that shelf beneficial.
Shelf is undefeated.
It has been.
And I don't believe, like other people say, oh, that's the prototype. No, that's the unit. That's the unit. The last time he had a Series S on the shelf, oh, that was the prototype. No, that was the unit. They don't run around. He don't run around giving you prototypes. You're not going to see a prototype. This is the unit. So that little unit looking like a little Series S, a little man's little man.
It is a little man. It's kind of funny, yeah.
This thing, I want to know how disruptive you feel that this is going to be in the market. And it's not about, I know ABK is great, but could you imagine Call of Duty on the go? You just grab your controller and something that you can throw in your pocket and walk out the door? This is out of control right now.
Yeah, big announcement. You know, I mean, well, quote unquote reveal. Let's get Addict stepped away for a minute. So let's get solved. What you feel, man? The rumored Keystone. Oh, Addict's back eating.
I'll just say one thing. It's streaming. I believe in my streaming brothers. If they want something like this, they can have something like this. But I'm gonna eat my sandwich while you guys talk.
Thank you. So kind of you to care about our streaming brothers, no doubt. Shout it soft. So what you at, man? What do you think about it? If this is the device itself and its intended purpose?
I think what's interesting is that the device is as big as it is. Pause. Like, you know, when everybody talked about like a streaming stick or whatever, so you wonder what kind of guts are in this. I affectionately call Mini Man. Call him Mini Man. Mini Man. Real man and Mini Man.
I can't.
So. I mean, I want to see what's in there.
Chat, we are not making an emote for Mini Man. Okay, just to clarify.
You might have to make one for a whole family of them.
Just them holding hands and
right, holding hands, just right.
So, what's interesting is, again, I thought I'm looking at a Chrome stick, Fire Stick type of thing, and it looks like it's a much larger piece of kit. So it's like, okay, what's in there then? So that's interesting to me because, again, we've talked about in the past how you could sort of leverage some local stuff in conjunction with cloud stuff to make stuff even run even better or whatnot. So I'm interested to see where they take this. But again, it is that thing of like they're making it as the tech continues to improve, as they get more servers across the world, the idea of this being a viable alternative to local play for some people is going to increase. And that's what they want. They continue to want that proliferation of Game Pass and the Xbox ecosystem through cloud all over the damn place. And they just little by little, they're continuing to do that to the point where they're going to be everywhere. They're going to be everywhere. And there really isn't going to be a way that if you really want to access the Xbox ecosystem that you won't be able to do it. So this is cool. We knew it was coming. I'm surprised by the size of the piece of kit, and I'm interested to see what the guts of it are. So definitely in terms of that. In terms of the Meta and Xbox partnership,
how'd you feel about that?
That's pretty awesome, man. I mean, to see all to get cloud gaming in the VR space, that's a very cool thing. Again, it's a matter of seeing how it works. What interests me the most is this new high-end product.
That's how it for me. But continue.
$1,500 MetaQuest Pro. Looking fire out there.
Commercial device, just for clarity. Commercial device.
A $1,500 commercial device.
High end.
Yeah, I didn't even know that we was attacking that one further.
I didn't know either, but we gonna move on.
But it looks hot. It looks hot. Premium, very premium. So the Meta stuff and Xbox stuff. Again, it goes back to what I just said. They're tentacles everywhere. Tentacles everywhere. This is what Jim should be worried about. This is
what he's worried about.
Because this is the thing, right? When you look at that, right, and you look at the fact that we're going to get a PSVR 2 first quarter of next year, probably. High-end machine, right? High-end system. It's going to be still tethered to the PS5, right? And the power of the PS5 is going to be powering that machine. It's still going to be a closed ecosystem.
Right.
As you see the success of the MetaQuest 2, there's going to probably be a successor to that it's also untethered and less expensive in addition to the high-end stuff. What is PSVR 2 like? Unless PSVR 2 comes day one with the games and gives you a roadmap of exclusive stuff coming to them, they have to be very careful because they have real competition now in the way that they didn't before. Where before they were the entry level, and if you wanted to get into VR, you didn't want to spend a whole lot of money. PlayStation VR was where it's at. Right. Now the market is different. Now you have competition. You have untethered competition, right? And now you're coming into a market where, you know, honestly, if you come in higher than $400, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get pushback. So we'll see. We'll see. It's very interesting times in the VR space.
Can I address that since
Yes, please do.
Oh, thank you. Well, that $1,500 price point was very revealing to me. To even have it, to even say that it's being done and knowing exactly what's coming behind it, that means you know the price tag of what's said to be coming. And you added up all the parts. So I think I probably lowballed the situation when I said $900, but add in the price of the PlayStation with the $50 upgrade, that was $550 plus tax. So we're looking at close to $600. You need a PlayStation 5, right? This is necessary, right? So you talk about an all-encompassing unit that is $1,500. So let's say that the PlayStation VR is like $800.
Chill.
And I know y'all saying chill, right? Y'all saying chill though. But okay, let's say 600, right? Make it 12. Yeah, a good even 12, right? All right, 12. So let's say it's $600. That's not far fetched. And they did the numbers. They said our premium experience is $14.99, and it's untethered. So 15 is good. And it's all in one unit. We buy it, you go. Here, you got to find a PlayStation 5. Then you can get the VR. But then you got to get the games, and it's not untethered. $1,200 plus tax. We're looking at a $1,400 situation. They could have probably looked at the numbers, and this is in line with what they're going with, and they have no fear, because to be this bold to say that, you have to know, and you can't have done this in a vacuum. You have to know that the competition that's coming behind you is going to be close in price. And I really believe that to be the case. And as far as Xbox being on Meta, holy crap. Game Pass inside Meta. That means Microsoft has done two things that everybody's been asking for in a fell swoop. The little cloud gaming handheld thing, there goes your handheld that y'all been begging for with Xbox Game Pass built inside. We want Microsoft to compete in a VR space. Bow. Right there. Without making a hardware, without making it, the units are there for you to pick up. You have the little man, which is the white unit, and with his Oculus 2, and you have the Series X type unit, is the black unit, the bigger bucks. Yo, they've done. You wanted them to compete? You want competition?
Let us have competition.
Oh, man, here we go.
Without even doing the work. Yo, this is what happens when your money long, boy. You can jump in, tag somebody else in to do the work, and you just add your stuff onto it. This is the greatest time to be a gamer.
Yeah, I'll jump in real quick. So in reference to the first thing with Keystone, yeah, like this is kind of like most like secret that most everybody kind of knew about already that they're working out. Looks like they engaged in interest. Shout out to Jez Gordon. He was on Duke and he said that he speculates $99 with a controller. And if they're able to hit that price point,
$159.
He said 99. He feels
Yeah, I know.
Was it?
I'm gonna die on this hill.
Okay.
159.
So yeah, if it's 99, I think because to me, for it to make sense, being it's a streaming console, you can't have Little Man close to it because Little Man's 3. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like you got to be a differential because there's gonna be a user who, let's be honest, they're still never a console guy, and they're just like, hey. You put this, and from my understanding, the UI is supposed to have kind of like similar to what like one of those Google kind of devices where it has like the streaming apps, the Netflix and all that other stuff. So if you have a suite of apps, and then this secondary thing with Game Pass and stuff bundled in, yeah, it could be an entry point for regions that, like I said, are not looking to commit big budget to the Xbox ecosystem, and we'll see.
I ain't gonna lie, $100. I'm sitting over here looking at Roku 4K.
That's what I was saying.
50, 60. You can pay $100, get access to Game Pass with a cloud service that you can link up to your 5G network. I don't think people realize, and not to mention that once you perfect this and you start reaching out to Comcast, let's put this service in your. I don't think people realize how big. There's a reason Netflix got the way it was. It wasn't their original content. It was the fact that they were offering it to your Xbox, to your Comcast delivery. Like, people don't realize that works very well.
Court Waiter said the British CMA will say $99 is too cheap. Gamers need to pay more. Y'all done. Anyway, look, but like if what Jez is saying is true, and they're able to hit that $100 sweet spot with a controller, with all the streaming apps, with Game Pass, you get that. Let's say they hit you with the month to 3 months, trial, so they get you in, right? Give you a taste, let you rock out. With that huge library, and then what we assume, like the Call of Duties and all the first-party exclusives, that would be tremendous, right? As far as the second part, as far as the partnership, shout out to myself for making the call. I'm just joking. I ain't do nothing. But shout out to Young Odin, as King calls him. Young Odin was a pleasant surprise to see Young Odin come down there with Zuck, and they start talking. They talk. They obviously had the Office Suite stuff for Teams and all that stuff, the productivity software stuff, which I thought was interesting. But to me,
I think that's probably the biggest reason this partnership was made. The Game Pass was probably slid in.
Yeah, because the vibe I got is obviously, the Quest Pro is the commercial device. So for productivity software and all that kind of stuff, you need the professional stuff, the A+ stuff that people are utilizing in space. So that's one. But for me, selfishly, because I'll be honest, all I care is about the gaming aspect. That's my primary focus. It was a pleasant surprise to see Game Pass, the xCloud streaming integration. I think it's a big deal. I think it serves both purposes. I think one, from the meta perspective, you're going to have people and what they call regular gamers, pancake gamers. Like there's gonna be VR guys that's just where they are. They're not trying to experience anything else but VR. So you're not gonna get them necessarily to play in the console space. So you're getting an additional service to have these games that now you can just try in VR. Now, granted, it's not going to be in VR. It's still going to be like just a big screen almost projector. So we got to see how the streaming and all that goes. But the fact to have that accessibility to a base, and this is Xbox's portion now, to a base that wouldn't necessarily, buy, an Xbox console, so to speak. Now you're giving them a screen, an entry point. That's the Xbox mission. It's like, remember Phil's statement, we will go on places where Game Pass exists. This is the Trojan horse. Get them in there, right? More users. You can say what you want if you don't believe about VR. I heard you, Jez. I heard you, Jez.
I didn't even think about that. Like he's literally a man of his word. We're going where Game Pass is. So hey, if Call of Duty gets took off PlayStation, we got a place for you. It's called Oculus. You don't want to buy an Xbox, you can buy Oculus.
I got to come from my brother Jez because he been going hard with this slander. You know what I'm saying? He's right. But look, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about you don't believe in metaverse and all. That's fine. That to each his own. But my thing is, at the end of the day, that is an entry point in the space that Meta is the biggest at as far as the adoption rate, right? So we're just going to look at the facts and adoption rate. They are the biggest from the VR perspective, right? The most install base, so to speak. We know PSVR 2 is coming, respectfully, but right now, this is what it is. And like King said, an untethered experience. So you're giving that large base access to Game Pass, right? That is a huge deal, and it helps both. We'll see long term how it works out when it comes available. Is it going to be, you know, now or the future? But I think that was a really cool thing for gamers as far as that entry point. And yeah, that's all I mean, I really had to say on that. Like I said, it was just cool to see Young Odin come out there. Oh, and Young Odin, I apologize because I put a picture. I was so excited to see you on the screen, and the way I took the picture from my TV made his head look crazy. Hey, look, I apologize. That was not my intent. I was so excited. I didn't realize that they had him looking crazy, so I had to fix that. But anyway, that's all I got to say on it. Anything else as far as the Keystone and the VR? Well, we can do that nice little wrap up.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, no
A
doubt.
couple of super chats real quick. We got Gerald Mack, $2 super chat. Xbox and Microsoft on Octopus Hustle type ish. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Now we got Black Ronin 357, $10 super chat. Comcast guy here. They are in talks internally to see if creating a potential competitor to Game Pass is viable or not. I see their gaming division ramping up talks on streaming games via the X1 platform.
Okay.
And that's it.
Oh, cool. We are all set. So look, another poll that we are going to rock to get up out of here. I'll get a little short and show because Kyle got to get a plane. ILP poll with the latest controversy regarding Bayonetta's voice actress wages and call for a boycott. Where do you stand in relation to buying Bayonetta 3?
We're the only people I know that can have almost a 3-hour show and say this
is a short
show.
podcast for us. Choices are A, gamers need to take a unified stance against unfair wages given to underappreciated talent in the games industry. B, gamers should not feel socially pressured to penalize the remaining members of the dev team and still enjoy the game. Or C, I don't care. We need to take a stand against the real issue plaguing the industry. 30 frames per second in these next generations. Shout out to all the lords when it goes up, rocking and rolling. And again, shout out to the great people of Valeri. Please support the lords. Again, this is for a good cause. It is a gaming support pillow. My brothers, I'm telling y'all right now, I've played it, I've used it. This is one of the things you do not realize you don't need until you realize you need until you actually use it. And it's really, I can't actually play my games without it. It's that good. Again, first 100 pre-orders, you get the 15% off. Lord 15, as soon as you go to the link is pinned to the chat and it will be in the description. Go support us. If we do this and we hit our target, we can do bigger things. So encourage a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Valeri's doing good things. We're trying to do good things. This is actually for a good cause, y'all. And it's a really comfortable pillow, like no cap. So please support that, the realm. Lord Addict, where can the fine people find you? What you got going on, sir?
You can find me on Twitter, Lord Addict ILP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. I released a video this morning on Scorn, so definitely go check that out. Appreciate everyone for coming through. We had up to, I think, 730 people. You know, it's a great show. And we'll see you next week.
Flame said, done already. DJ R's like 4 more hours. They not used to this 3 hours. They thinking this is
over.
No doubt, Lord. So, where can the five people find you? What you got going on?
Despite coughing up a lung, I'll be going to work.
No,
so you know.
you still going?
Yeah, you know how it be.
They don't care about COVID no more. Come on in.
Come on in.
Joe.
Shout out. Real quick, Flame, $2 chat. Love y'all. See you next week. Cog, wink, smirk.
No doubt. Salute.
That's
Flame said we are not enough. Stop it, Flame. Look, we done gave y'all 6-hour shows, man. This is short, sweet one. Yeah, man.
He going before they.
Choose. Look at it. He's stupid. Lord, where can the five people find you? What you got going on, sir?
I'm just calling out for the realm to just go to Valeri and just go hit up those pillows. Trust,
please,
and believe it's a premium situation. I got a lot of people that send my DM that said, "Hey, King, they show me their receipts. I purchase. I'm in." And trust, you will definitely love the quality, the build quality of it's insane.
Jason Max, you gotta relax. I used to game with a pillow on my lap, but my wife accused me of covering my brother.
Maybe so. Hey, maybe so. Now you're doing it in style.
Exactly.
Now you got more surface area to protect.
Yeah, hey,
tools.
man.
And your wife won't complain it's not covered. It won't be covered.
I'm sorry, Jake. What you
Comes
said?
with a peekaboo skirt. Anyway, surprise. Catch me on Twitter. Attic and I should be running out that show pretty soon because graphic artist finished up with a couple of projects that I had in the background him working on, and we're just looking for the overlay, and Attic and I is in, so we can talk about stuff like Scorn, or we can talk about Halloween Ends. And I can get his topic. Look at it, see? Look at it.
Garbage.
Look at him pop up. So yeah, so we know that show is gonna be definite fire. Me and him have something to talk about. Oh, and hopefully next weekend we can get in a little grounded.
Yeah.
You guys can see that. But
I was gonna play
Todd,
yesterday,
have
but
a great
people
flight.
conned me and playing Scorn instead.
Please, everybody, wish Cog well on his flight.
Thank you.
And safe travels there and back, because he's dipping out over there, so he has to go to the CMA and he has to argue his case.
I'm doing the Jim Ryan. I'm flying out.
Yeah. So
No doubt.
we have to count the Jim. We sending in the cog blocker. So Cog is gonna go over there because he's strong enough to handle the situation.
I will not be in Brussels, but I will be in Ireland. So all my Irish lords, if
we gotta go over to Ireland first, because over there, we gotta get them before they snitch.
You gonna get the EU? I'm doing the EU tour. Okay, I see what it is.
He's over there first.
No doubt. Look, again, appreciate everybody in there. Respect. And again, we will be back next week. Everybody enjoy. I see the membership. Shout out to Dragon Heart Yovi. Gifted 5 Iron Lord podcast membership.
Appreciate
That is love. Man. Go hit it up. Again, go hit up the Valeri.
So hopefully we can do a hot shit challenge with everybody here.
Oh, God.
No.
Yeah,
So
let's
not doing
let's not do that.
challenge.
AKW, hit me up. You already know if
Y'all
y'all
already got COVID. You trying to kill me.
As soon as he heals up, let's
Oh man,
let's get him the
mad
blue
people joining the realm. Pete, the Lord joined the realm. I'm hearing the thing going off. It's crazy.
Yeah,
No doubt. All right, cool. Everybody, look, enjoy your weekend,
Peace.
and we will see you next week.
Gotta go, Cog. Gotta go.
Peace.
You